this is the topics for today. We will talk about the patch notes. What's your favorite changes in the patch notes from the Legends buff? And what did you want to see and not? Is there gonna Rev be played? What is the meta? What is the best comp right now without any bans? How are the comps gonna be affected by having no bans? Then we talk about the Legends ban system. And if they like this Legends ban, and if not, or how to improve it, because we already saw that Legends like Crypto are taking forever and not getting even banned, because even though they're getting played from game 1 to game million, but because they're like always 60-70% maybe pick rate maximum, they're never gonna get banned. How to improve it, so how to solve these issues. ALGS open, if expectations on how the ALGS is gonna be played with a lot of, let's call them non-experienced teams, and like names that they might surprise at this LAN. Teams, dark horses. Then roster changes, we will talk about the teams in NA, teams in EMEA. Okay, then PL groups review, NA and EMEA only, because that's the mostly people. Like see which groups are bad, which is not. Who do we think like the groups are the hardest and the easiest? Broken Moon in comp, feedback, good or bad, and so on.
My name is Kapreme or Kareem. I'm Complexity's coach. I've been coaching for 2.5 years, and
I'm Liuq. I'm Gaming Gladiators coach, and I've been coaching for almost 2 years.
2 years. I think less. I think a little bit less. Yeah, 1.5.
I think I joined them in July, late July of 2 years ago. So,
good.
Yeah.
Oh, me? Sorry. Yeah, I'm not the analytical coach of Alliance. Been with them for 1.5 years now, ish.
Okay.
And had an amazing year.
Yes, it was an amazing year, indeed. Patch notes. We're starting with the patch notes and with changes. So many people are actually saw the patch notes right now, and they saw how many changes has been. Meta is a little bit shifting according to people things, or at least let's say so many buffs and so on. First of all, what is each one of your favorite changes in this patch notes, and which one did you really want to see, but it wasn't happening in that patch notes?
I wanted to see both Crypto and Newcastle dead.
Want them dead? Okay.
Yeah, I agree with Privacy that they should be pushed out of the meta immediately, and we've had this for 9 months. Enough, please. I can't take it anymore. Now Lufka is gonna be playing Newcastle and Crypto. The poor guy is not gonna get to play the game. I'm sorry, mate. And but overall, the patch is, I think, amazing. In 2025, they've been doing great things. And what I'm most interested to see is, well, 2 things actually. I want to see if you can spam the HP region on Horizon, and I want to see how a Revenant works, if he can be good or not. He's interesting, to say the least.
I mean, as he said, they either need to buff or nerf them, because if you buff them, Crypto and Newcastle, they will get banned faster.
I don't think so.
Now they're not getting banned.
Problem is,
you don't think so? Because the others are so strong, like Ashe and so.
If you buff them both as good, people will keep choosing Newcastle or Crypto, and then we have the same issue. It's either or. That's the problem why they are not getting banned. They are essential for a teams, in my opinion. They're essentials for a comp, but people are choosing what does fit me better. Is it a Newcastle or is it a Crypto? And that's the reason why they are not even getting banned almost. This is the problem.
Yeah, but but also the others are very essential as well to have. Like if you look at Ashe, for example, if you're not playing Ashe game 1, I mean, I can see a couple of teams not using it, but 90% of the teams should be playing Ashe game 1, for example.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, I think you're throwing.
Yeah. Okay.
But what I actually missed in this patch is updates for like Stormpoint, for example. Like not having 20 ring consoles, all these stuff, like buff beans. So we have more, like just see what we do in EMEA, for example, with Trident Northpad. Someone is forced to fight us off drop, or they're going to have to go like cliffside. And that is not like, how should that be a thing?
Agree.
That's what I missed the most in the patch notes. Actually, map changes.
I think exactly map changes not only because of. Let me just show first of all show my screen. Not only because of no console. Console I think is a less of a problem because people are playing Trident still with no console. but let me just move it back a little bit to show people. But this is what we spoke about it every single time and what I recommended and they never done. Problem right now that Bean doesn't have access to this core. And that's people I think don't even, in my chat, don't even know it. Don't have an access to this core. This core, Cenote gonna beat you to it every single time. And that's what makes Bean bad. If Bean had an access to the core, it will be the same as Trident for most teams. They will be playing from it. That's perfect. But they don't have an access to the core, and the easiest solution is move this one here and move this one somewhere there.
Yeah,
whatever.
No, I agree.
Yeah,
And the ring console.
and then we have
Because
a
every POI should have a ring console.
Yeah. And the ring console would be I mean, having a ring console gonna make it really good, really good.
It's gonna be a like top POI for playing zone. 100%.
So, so people are not gonna be, because you can super fast loot, faster than mill as well, maybe. No, not really, but not the same quality as mill, and then you just like instantly rotate. And it's gonna be a good POI, but people might not want.
But map changes was something I missed at least. What I liked is probably just they're making a lot of changes, trying stuff around. Especially Alter is going to be interesting to see. A lot of throwing is going to happen in the scrims, I think. A lot of teams don't know how to play it. So it's going to be 10 squad zone 1.
Yep.
First day.
Kapreme.
I really like the rate changes. I think definitely adds like more of like a one-off like solo play kind of character, especially for like the IGLs who want to like play more aggro. She definitely like the alter like rate changes are definitely good for crypto. Definitely like a good kind of synergy thing where teams can just play super aggro, which kind of makes crypto less boring. But as far as like changes that I would have liked to see, definitely like crypto changes. I don't think the character is boring to watch, boring to play. He definitely has like really important util, especially against like Newcastle and with how aggressive everything is with like Ballistic and Maggie and everything. Like it definitely puts Newcastle in a worse spot. But yeah, he's just boring to play and boring to watch. Like they definitely just need to get rid of him. As far as like changes, like I know it's a bit early and maybe they didn't consider it, but definitely like adding stuff to Broken Moon would have been ideal, or removing like terrain or just the zip rail stuff. But I mean,
I think this is hard for them to do it, because this is what we'll have some kind of points in our just podcast today. What is good to be done for Broken Moon? I think they lack of the information how to make the map good. Why? I don't think map designing and map kind of stuff is something easy to do, really, because they can have in their opinion something good, but in the comp is playing completely different. That's why the feedback is important from everybody's, right? And this is what gonna be. We will talk about it one time down. Talking about crypto, I think so many casuals disagree with me, and there are actually few of them that they are playing crypto. They think when I'm saying crypto is boring that I want the crypto to be completely deleted from the game. No, I want him to be fun in the game. I want you to be changing him in a way that you maybe make him fun for casuals to play, not being in a legend. Same for controllers. Same for all the control legends. All the control legends. All the control legends are not beautiful and not even fun to play. You need to do something. They are very important for Epics. For comp, they are very broken for comp, but they are not fun to play. Maybe do something to make them fun. Make the game fun, because I love now how Epics is going. I love the direction that Epics is going in. It's so positive. This is one of the few times I can say, yes, Epics is back. I already said Epics is gonna be back, but this is Epics is back.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of patches will make a big difference. That's for sure.
Yeah,
because now we get them all the time, so we can ask for like changes, and they will actually happen.
Yep.
They've been communicating so much better.
Yes.
Props to them.
What do we think the meta gonna be if there is no bans at all? If there is no bans right now, what is your most broken comp for considering CC? And because I got a question from the community. My community, most of them are CCs too in my Discord, and those CC people are gonna say, what is the most broken comp for CC or third party tournament where they just refuse to do bans? Each one of you.
You mean in general, or what we would have played as our team?
Okay, let's say what you have played and what you think is the strongest, but I think what you played is because of what you think gonna fit your players too. That's why.
I mean that's what we would do, right? So we would probably go with like Ash, Crypto, Cat, but it also depends how the legends are gonna look like after patch. As you know, they miss a lot of patch notes every time, so we don't actually know until the patch comes out. But
Okay.
yeah, I think with crypto instead of Newcastle, because with crypto you get so much information as well.
The 100% UAV is broken.
Yeah.
100% UAV is broken. And what do you think is, not for you, but in general, for any teams that gonna be taking 3v3s most?
I mean, it's going to be interesting to see Alter, I think. See what Alter can do. And probably Alter with crypto, and you just go support with Alter instead. As a third legend to that, though, could be different. Like, I mean, you need the ring console, so probably Cat.
Actually, I think, yeah, sorry to interrupt, but like for Zone,
No.
I think certainly like Watson, Alter, Crypto. I don't like Watson, Crypto together, but I think it works out in this case. But since Alter is gonna get the support passive with that blue perk, you can just run that and you sit in zone, and as soon as there's a fight, you go 3P, and you can check that what everything is happening with Crypto EMP, and you just with Crypto Drone, and you get to gather points all around you.
I mean,
and if someone tries to camp your your totem, there's just Watson Faze's a Watson setup that is discouraging it.
yeah, I mean, Watson for Zone gonna be a Watson crypto Alter, interesting to see, but I think Wraith is gonna be the strongest still. I still like, look, not the strongest. Let's be like straightforward, right? I think Alter offers way more in the sense of what she can do. Wraith is the more straightforward legend. There's a super easy for everyone to play, and now with all these buffs, it's gonna be really strong.
Base like comp, I think the Cat Newcastle Ash comp like is pretty universal. Like you can stall a lot of like the aggressive comps. You can rotate and set up really well. You can play time for, you can stall for quite some bit like during the end game. But if there's no bans, then people are just gonna are just gonna swap into playing crypto and fuse and more the aggressive comp. So yeah, good like baseline would definitely be like the Ash Cat Castle, and then I guess Edge like fuse crypto, and then you could play Alter, you could play Wraith, Ash. Yeah,
I think Ash is just too strong.
More thinking about it right now, the competitive with bans not gonna change at all. Gonna be Newcastle, crypto, controller. You go from Ash to Bang, or from Ash to Wraith. From Wraith, if it gets banned, to Alter. From Alter to Bang. All of this, the same legend that is gonna be banned, most probably is gonna be in the left side. Or if it goes no Cat, you're gonna go Fuse or Wraith or a Watson. They're gonna be just like this. You just like swapping. No, it's easier. There's no more. I don't think people were gonna play Ballistic because it's gonna be like the same redundant stuff, and there's like there are more options of being Ash. No, it's a Wraith and Alter plus. There is an even Bang if you want to do. The game gonna be interesting. Holy.
I'm curious about Revenant, as I said, because I don't think he's gonna be good, but I wanna try it. Imagine you get cracked and you have this on 275 HP jumping on you. He's gonna kill you. He's gonna kill you.
And
That's okay. But he can jump back, and his Q is gonna be instantaneous, and he gets HP regen.
Yes.
Like that doesn't. But it's such a glass cannon.
What would you play with it?
That's
like,
the issue.
Because that's the next question. That's the next question for you. Will Revenant gets played, and what do you think about it? And we are talking about the topic right now. Will Revenant gets played in comp? And if yes, what do you think about the comps gonna be playing with Revenant?
Revenant is gonna be like last. I don't know. Like there's way like more characters that are just gonna be primary choices over him. Like I don't see maybe, but like that might be like game 6. Like there's nothing left to play. Like okay, let's play Revenant super aggro, because it's kind of he just is like a solo play character. Like there's not really much like team play or like opportunity that he can really open up. Like he has to be like in people's faces in order to do anything. So I don't know.
The most probably is going to be Revenant, Crypto, plus Control Legend. But then how will you be rotating? And the Control Legend should be Cat to rotate with. Because if Alter was a console, she's going to get 100% pick rate, she's going to get banned. But without her getting banned, let's say no bans, I think Alter plus Revenant plus Crypto might be an option if she had a console. Because you don't even need your Qs, you can just like get a portal back from Alter and waiting for you. And even if you get knocked, they can summon you back. You don't even need to press. They summon you back.
We need more ring consoles. Like there's like two you can play on Edge.
Viable ones, yeah. I agree. Like you lose those two, and then it's like, okay, what do we do now? Do we just skip the ring console, go kill everything on edge, or do we go with like a bad legends just to get the ring console?
Well, you can run something like Maggie Crypto Caustic, but it's definitely not the same strength.
No.
Yeah.
Because then you're on edge with a with a caustic, which is, I mean,
Yeah.
it's better than a Watson or so, but still.
In my Discord, somebody posted a picture of a Shadow playing a Revenant comp in advance because they're preparing. Guess what it is?
Crypto Pathfinder Revenant.
You are almost correct.
Vantage instead of.
No, it's an altar instead of crypto.
Oh,
It's an
okay.
altar. It's an
Wait,
altar
what?
Revenant path. Altar Revenant path. Path for whatever, and then oh my god, that actually works. What's
I mean,
stupid?
Revenant Path we have seen before from them, especially from APAC,
And now
but
altar.
with altar instead of the crypto.
Altar Revenant path. Holy moly!
I feel like Crypto Revenant is just too simple. Wouldn't you just EMP and then my Revenant is on your eyes?
No, the thing is,
You can reset and go back though with altar. That's the thing. So like if you're inting a team and it goes bad, you can always reset.
yeah, and
While
the thing they are
crypto you
playing.
can't.
They are playing Pathy for the console as well. You play Pathy for that, or Altar
Yeah.
for UAV, and Revenant for Revenant, and then you have a path zip taking an angle. Pathy can play whatever, and then Revenant just brained it with an Altar in the back anchoring for you. With the or not anchoring, it doesn't even need to anchor it. She just puts the portal back. You don't even need an anchor for that. But like,
And you have so much aggressions. As soon as you get a knock as well, like Pathy can just grapple to a new angle, Revenant can jump to a new one. Like, I mean, it's a super aggro comp. I feel like you will struggle when you get to late game though with it.
yes,
You will have to really
Oh yeah,
clear your side.
Revenant loses after ring 4.
Yeah, you really need to clear your side if you want to have a chance in late game. And even then it's going to be hard.
Yeah, but rotations is a free with this comp because you have a zipline for something. You have a queue for like you can't even put a like a not totem but alter ult.
Alter
Like,
ults, yeah.
Alter ults back, zip somewhere, try to make rotations, and if something goes back, goes back. Who gives a f?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking with running altering zone. If you have double port, as soon as zone pops and it's away, you just sprint away. Or you have a totem in your base, you just sprint away, and if you get knocked, you just port back. If instead you make it to your endpoint, you just place yours and your teammates TP back.
Because Pathy gives you the coloring console, but like you.
Oh
can't,
my god, the
How will-
Pandas just said that that Shadow comp was game 2. Dog.
I mean, that's Shadow. I mean, we can't
That's
really,
Shadow.
we can't really.
Question
they
is
played
how
Maggie.
how are you
from
playing?
that.
How are you killing castle teams? How are you playing crypto teams? Killing them? It's possible. It's very easy to kill. Crypto
Yeah,
teams.
the Shadow comp doesn't like offer much. Like the three characters like individually can like maneuver and like kind of like work a team, but yeah, once it's like late game and there's like a good amount of like cat teams or even Watson teams or like Newcastle, like there's no like if you're a good like defensive team, like there's no real way to like work them without like crypto or like any counter like fuse or whatever. Like, I mean, unless they're like practicing, you know, like alter queues and customs and are like, you know, able to just pop up under a team and like full kill them and then, you know, reset whatever. Like that's like the only way that.
You need a ballistic. You play ballistic Pathfinder Altar in game 4, game 3, game 4.
Yeah, I mean, it just sucks because like if you don't get because purple obviously is like, you know, a bit harder to get now, and if Pathy doesn't have purple, then his zipline,
You're
especially with
getting an edge.
yeah, they're gonna be playing edge 100%. But I mean, if they don't have perp like early game, if they have like, you know, Pride of Zone or whatever, like their value just decreases by a lot. So I mean, it just depends. I mean, it's also just Shadow, so I can't really. I think there will be the only team playing that comp, but definitely interesting. I mean, we'll see.
Oh no, I wanna try Revenant. I wanna see how if you can work.
Okay, we go
So
to the
we'll
next.
see GG throwing some scrims, I see.
Yeah, they are going to make it three teams zone 3 instead of 5 teams zone 3.
Yeah. We will help them from the other side. It's fine.
Yeah. So
We're
next
gonna have a resets again next week. Blame it on us.
Okay.
No.
Last questions in the patch notes and so on. What do we think Horizon gonna have Seer plays? And if yes, after what ban? Immediately after what ban and so on, and what type of comps would you be running with her? Let's say the usual bans have. Would you play her?
Would be very late for us if so. Like
Yeah.
probably match point even. Like, you know, game
Yeah.
8-9.
If
I don't think we're gonna see it in like 6 games, like 5 bans. That's not gonna happen for us, I think. If they didn't miss patch notes, like there is things that happened to
Yeah.
her that's not in there.
Yeah,
Obviously then it could be different, but with the information we have now.
Imagine her Q is faster now.
Yeah, imagine that. Holy, and oh my god. Yeah,
If you-
And
that
you get
I
25.
might go back on it.
Yeah.
Imagine her Q
Hey, we
faster
have
now.
P20s off of Horizon Q, 25 HP on landing, 50 HP off knock.
I mean, it's interesting. I can't wait for the patch. It's gonna be fun going through everything.
Cap, Nick is asking you a very important question in chat.
I do not want to read it.
From a
So
prison
I'm
cell?
sure
Yeah, because my lighting is my bad.
that's
Oh,
Nick is
I
not
just
real,
lighting.
man. Nick is not real.
About Horizon, I feel like definitely within the later like bans, like game like 5, 6, she might like have a place after like, you know, Alter, Wraith, and everyone else gets banned. But the way that they're buffing the guns as well, like G7, them, 30-30, like if they don't touch her Q at all, like she's just gonna get obliterated if anyone like Qs up. Like it's gonna be pretty hard to, like whoever's playing Horizon for your team has to just be like the best Horizon. Like they have to have the like most finesse possible, like without getting punished. Otherwise, like you're just gonna get exploded in the air. But she's definitely like late game or like later game like 5, 6 potential if everything else gets banned. But it just depends.
EXO is gonna play her. That's for sure.
Alright.
They already do it.
That's what I was saying.
So probably
They'll
gonna int
try
people.
her. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll try her for sure.
Wait, people are asking what is Bloodhound with Alter to help her learning curves for Alter's Q. This is something that is, in my opinion, is not good because Alter is giving you a Bloodhound scan automatically now with a buff. She is having a Bloodhound scan for free. You don't need a Bloodhound for that.
Is it a scan or is it a highlight?
It
It
looks like
could
it's
be
gonna be a
highlight.
highlight.
Yeah, but still, like Blood on Altar is Blood on. I actually cannot believe that. I was ranking Legends and I put Blood on the end Conduit below Loba. Like that is sad. Conduit sucks. What are you gonna do with Conduit?
I mean,
Blood on.
we have
Everyone gets speed boost.
Okay.
What are you even gonna do?
Conduit is, but we have a lot of legends. I love the fact that we have a lot of legends. That's why I said at the beginning, if we just get out of these two essential stuff, we might have really the most diverse Apex comps legends ever. Now it's gonna be rotating because we have like 7, 8 good options plus 2 annoying gonna be played. Good legend span system. So now we are all of us. I mean, me speaking on Twitter as well and being annoying on Twitter because he's not getting banned, because the Legends ban system, in my opinion, is not fully yet shaped.
How would you want it though? Would you want votes instead after each game? Or?
I have an idea, which I think is gonna be good because I think we talked about it before, and it's not gonna be bad. First of all, you ban, which might be brain dead because now one class is getting strong, but you ban based on class. It means first game you banned assault gonna be untouched until other classes are banned. Next one gonna be a ban from any other class but not assault. Gonna be recon, gonna be support, gonna be skirmisher, gonna be controller. Then you get game 6, you again are free to do anything, doesn't matter if it's assault or not, just like based on the highest pick rate. Or you can do it actually 3 games. So to make it more diverse, not going to make it really 5 games, only each game is one class, but make it diverse. Every 3rd game you can do anything you do. Like let's say 3 games, assault gonna get banned. He's not allowed to get banned for 3 games. Must be a new category. So it means controller most probably gonna be, which is cat. At the moment it's happening, but Bang not gonna get banned. Bang not gonna get banned in 3rd game, which is happening. Gonna get something else. It's either support, skirmisher, or recon. Something like this. One of the 3.
Yeah.
Then you repeat.
Yeah, I mean, having one in between, I think, is fine because we only play 6 games. That's the problem, right?
Yeah.
If we played more games, you could have bigger gaps, like 2, 3 different classes until you can get banned again in an assault one. But one in between in a best of 6, I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think in a match point you can make it 2 because you can make an assumption immediately that it's gonna go more than a 6 games. Might go less, but like in normal goes in a 7, 8, 9, 10 games. So you go every 3rd. And this is my first suggestion because right now next season, next update not gonna happen because next update we will not have a banned, but most probably is someone from the skirmishers. So this is already fulfilled. But that tells you then in a 4th ban, if you get banned skirmisher, you're not allowed to ban skirmisher again. Then skirmisher gonna something really, and then in this case support or recon or assault. But you get something banned. Like the moment's annoying. This is my opinion, but. Yours, how would you make it?
I mean, there is so many options. I feel like that you would have to try. I haven't really thought about it too much, like what you could do instead. But I mean, one way would be have bans in before, Like you vote, and the top votes gets banned
Okay.
because then you can vote at them that the ones you don't want to play against, for example. But I like the idea you said with like having a break of like one class in between. I think that would be a good solution for it.
Yeah, I think this would be a one to do. Do you have anything, Kapreme, for that?
I'm just thinking about how to implement different ban system because we don't have that much variety to really like banning every other game would probably be ideal. Just so there's some like leeway to playing like a good amount of the characters. But like if we're to do like ban per class, like if we ban the control characters, like there's what Fuse and Vantage now, like after or Pathfinder, like there's not really that much. It would already be like more of a mess than it is like currently with like how like comps are structured if we did like per class. And yeah, there's only 6 games. There's just not enough of variety. Like in other games like League, right? Like there's like 200 whatever characters,
Yeah.
and you can easily like ban like one character, and there's still like I don't know, like 5, 6 more that are like okay, cool, we can like replace them. But in Apex, we don't have that many options, so it's kind of hard to get rid of an entire class. At least for like Recon. Recon only has 4 characters. You know, Control only has 4 characters. Like I don't know.
Rotate classes. If you rotate the classes, can I make the ban system as well interesting? Like if you make, for example, because we have the legends grouped or something, right? Until controller, until support, and so on. Just make the controller one-time support every now and then. Make the support controller, make the recon, blah blah, and then rotate them, because then you will have more options of controllers.
Like rotate the passives.
And then you will have, let's say if Skirmisher had Skirmisher legends right now are controllers, you will have a lot of plays to be played, plus will make people to think of making comps. Now we are 100% focused on making controllers because we need a console. But if you have Recon legends are right? Except for crypto, if you give them a class controller, this one first of all will make crypto getting banned immediately. You get rid of crypto.
Yeah.
You will get seer blades. You will get something else, and you need to find something that's synergized with those. And this gonna make as well comp interesting.
Imagine if Gibby got randomly assault passive.
Yeah,
James,
speed boost on Gibby. Like the class system, either A, like we need way more characters per class, or we just need to get rid of like the class system altogether. I don't know, this might be a hot take, but I think the introduction of the class system was probably like the worst thing for the game. Because like, or not for the game, but just like for comp, because it just restricts you to like, okay, we have to play like characters in this class or else there's nothing else to do.
Agree.
If there was like universal consoles or like Recon or whatever, like just in general for like the characters that we have now, I think it would pan out to like a way better, at least for the ban system. Like we would be able to play like whatever instead of like, oh, okay, Cat's banned, whatever. Oh, Watson's banned. Okay, Rampart, Caustic. Like, I don't really know if I want to play those. Like, you know, Maggie, Ballistic, Fuse, Game 5-6, like that. I don't know.
What do you think are the 3 worst changes, in your opinion, happened, and what are the 3 best? Or you can say one by one if you don't remember more. And what are the best changes that happened in the game? 3 by 3 or 1 by 1, whatever you can remember.
History of or dispatch.
Overall the game completely. So some people said classes, right? Some people right now in the chat said classes is the worst thing that happened to Apex. The same as when, for example, Kapreme said like a class is not really good. Something like this. You can even really say classes is one of them. And then what is the best and the worst additions into the game in your opinion? Overall.
Worst one, I can say it and everyone is gonna agree that's winning competitive. Bring back team skins that we had one time for LAN.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's the biggest thing we need back.
Yeah.
It's not even in the game, but competitive needs it.
Skins,
Right.
bring back.
And
this is removing
Nick
its
mentioned
negative.
Nick mentioned the helmets, and I agree, because we made a fuss around Kraber one tapping in the head. Like, it was insane. There's a charge rifle on the ground right now that can tap you on the head. We have insane headshot damage, and we just removed helmets.
Okay.
That's also weird.
So
Not nerfing Newcastle after Man9, actually buffing him. That might be up there.
So helmet, skins, you said classes, right, Kapreme? Classes system?
Yeah, like the
Okay.
I would say over the helmet, the changes to Newcastle after Man9 for me, like 1000% actually.
Yeah.
That was easily.
That was pretty crazy. Like everyone was on Newcastle and they're like, let's make him better. Let's
Did you not watch us? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is in your opinion the most positive changes that happened in Apex?
I mean, recently you have legend bans, for example, starting to rotate out maps like World's Edge not being At least not in Pro League. Hopefully not at LAN as well. I mean, nothing is official, right?
Yeah, we just know for open, but not for.
Yeah, and I like that. So I would love them to keep doing that, rotate the maps, so they can rework the maps while they're not there.
I know, I want to say, like, my positive one is the perk system they introduced to the game. The perk system, when it has, it just opens a lot of creativity on changing how stuff are played. But like, they should be creative, and there shouldn't be like as we said, like before, an old Horizon before this buff, seeing a bat or seeing whatever in the back. So this is something not. But the perk system opens a lot of creativity. That's why I love when I saw it, and I love how I saw some legends getting played in a nice way.
Yeah, and I agree.
The recent like weapon arsenals are actually, I think, like a really good change. At least for like, you know, the lower tier POIs that don't like run into a lot of attachments. You don't necessarily obviously get like, you know, crazy, you know, attachments or whatever, but I think it's a good change for like landside, for example. It has like 3, like that POI doesn't have, so at least it gives, you know, teams the ability to at least like run into some decent loot. Also like the pill and like Evo additions, like assault pill, support pill, I think you know, the Evo changes too, like I think those are good additions. It just gives like the game a bit more, you know, like objectives to play for before like running into just stacked teams that come in. So definitely like a good addition to the game.
Good addition, but on that, the distribution is so bad with it though. Like if you have a good POI, like a big one, usually there is like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
But then you have like I think it is like Solar Pods has like 1, and that's a POI that actually needs like 3 of them to get some attachments because they have no loot. So the distribution is just horrible with it, like how they spread it out. But I love the arsenals though.
Look,
Like Privacy mentioned the perk system. I like the Evo part that came with it, like the armor part. I think it's amazing, like the fact that you can progress through the game and not just have meal pills give you double perk, 1 blue, and you're set for the rest of the game. It's amazing. Mind you, you still get purples, but I mean, that's just meal.
Talk about your points about the Evo points. I think it made Apex had an issue at the early game being interesting. Early game was always boring. Early game, people didn't know what to do. And I think the Evo points is a very changed the game at the beginning very nicely. For me, there are still 2 points I haven't even talked about. One of them is, first of all, the zone closure and zone damage that they changed. So they push people away from being outside of the zone for a million years, being a degenerate and playing outside, healing and stuff. Second thing, which I was disagreeing with it so much, and I hated it so much because I was benefiting out of it, is the dropship. The POI draft. I hated the POI draft. I think POI draft is something nice, but as a good team, you're getting nerfed. We were getting nerfed. We got nerfed of a POI draft. But I think it's you see the quality of the games how it changed.
I mean, you're getting nerfed, but also it makes it more fair play, right? Like everyone has a chance to have a good POI.
Yeah, but
because other than that, if you were a bad off-drop fighting team, you had the worst POIs just because of that skill set, nothing else.
Yeah, life is not fair, and so is esports. But I still, I still would prefer. I would still prefer to get an advantage. But I think it's a good changes because I think it's just good quality games afterwards. People are staying alive. What is unfair is just being a good team getting good POI. That's normal.
Yeah, but like sometimes you had, like for example, in Split 1, we were counting full English for Zeus.
Yeah.
We count them, like we were up by 70 wins and they didn't leave.
Yeah,
we were forced to count them even though we were stomping them.
Doesn't matter. We happened with Aurora against us. We stomped Aurora the whole international scrims, and they were just delusional, saying it's just a ping. We were on the high ping, and we still stumped them all the time, and they're still delusional, and they went to the LAN, and they just didn't make finals because they are bad. They are bad off spawn, and I think they don't deserve a good POI if they are bad off spawn. Just don't speak about it like not. I mean, if you don't know how to take a POI, just you are getting stumped.
there should be like, I agree that good teams should get good POIs, but
I'm talking about them.
It wasn't always that the case. Yes, majority of the times it was, but the random cons, not the best. Like this makes it. There's so much more order now in a sense.
Hey, I like the random cons. That was content. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
no, I
when we sent Designful in them, for example, in Thermal, just randomly.
True. I mean, it was a little bit of a good for the viewers, to be honest. It's a good for the viewers to have a contest of drop. It's a bad for the gaming quality to have things, unless people are not contesting, yeah? And we go for the next one, and it's ALGS Open. Now we have a million of hundreds of millions of teams that even some of them gonna be not even the same teams that called from PSQ, gonna be assembling each other. Some teams not gonna be going. There will be NA filling most probably. NA PSQ, it means even teams in PSQ that they are 40th might have a chance to play. 40th means they are a quarter finalist in CC or even maybe round 2 in CC. They don't even
that's
can
crazy.
pass round, cannot pass round 2 or even quarterfinals. Cannot pass quarterfinals. They might be played. The question is right now, how do you think having all these teams around the good experienced teams, which is like the good pro teams, gonna be playing? What are we expecting?
Atlanta, I think they are going to be very scared with how they play. They're probably all of them are going to go hide in zone, and the pro teams are going to chase them down in groups.
They will find out that one.
We'll find them
But-
out.
But my big question to this is, how are we even going to run the scrims with 160 teams? Like, I guess you're just going to do EU does EU, NA does NA, and then you're going to play each other at LAN.
I
Like,
don't
how
think-
do you even do that in a good way? There is no good way to do those scrims.
Tempo, do we have any
Okay.
plan for that? How is it gonna happen with 160 teams? They are even not confirmed yet, and they will not be confirmed super close because we don't know if teams are making it or not. Scrims will run after the last NAPL day and for about a week and a half for all the 160 teams. That's what Tempo right now wrote for
Okay.
all 160 teams. It means Tempo might most probably plans to make 2 or 3 lobbies running at the same time. Most probably, or same day. Or
It must be more than that,
or,
even,
may-
no?
or
Like,
maybe 3 lobbies per day, or something like this.
like if you think about it, 160 teams, that's 8 lobbies, right? So
Yeah.
and let's say you can run 2 a day, like after each other. So you would need like 3 to 4 at the
2%,
same time, no?
We will have like 5 to 6 running. He will have a 5 to
Okay.
6. Oh my god.
Holy
Okay.
It's just gonna be run around and chase the like open teams. Like it's not even gonna be scrims.
But that's
No,
also
like,
a bit
yeah.
how it's going to be at LAN, I think. Like,
Oh, yeah,
they're going to run
100%.
and hide,
Yes.
and the good teams
This
are
LAN
coming
is
there to
good.
Mm-hmm.
chase them.
I mean, some people. I mean, some of the pro teams are already complaining about like the tier 2 like teams in like the second block of like open, just because like the quality is horrible. They're just getting ran down, and then there's like 9 squad zone 2, and I can't even imagine like the tier 3, tier 4 people who made like quarters, semis every weekend just to get into the open, and then just putting them in a lobby with like pro teams. It would just be like CC day 1, like team drops like 100 points in the lobby, like a pro team, and then that team just gets eliminated on the first day. So I don't know.
I mean, it's going to be hide and seek. Like,
Yeah.
you're going to have, like, let's say there's 2 or 3 good teams in a lobby in the groups, like early groups, and they're just going to run everyone down.
We had similar experience playing PLGS, but like actually in a lower scale, because every one of us played in a BLGS, and so many teams of a tier 2, not tier 2, 3, were going into the finals from week to week sometimes. They are not really like that high, but once making finals or semifinals, that the lobby experience was happening between pros and them. But this is a LAN. I do not know how it's gonna happen, to be honest. It's gonna be interesting to watch.
This LAN is gonna be weird. I don't really see the point from like a business view to host a 160 team LAN. I don't see what they gain from it.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. Like, if you do, feel free to inform me, because I don't.
One-time thing, including everyone.
Especially in the middle of pro league, like it's not even at like the end where people can be like, okay, cool, like I have this much time to whatever, like I can save up for this or whatever. It's like smack in the middle like of pro league, and then
DreamHack's time.
after we fight like 160 teams, we come back and play the rest of the game day. So I don't know, I don't get it either.
And you also have, what, like 1.5 week or something? So, from when we
Yeah.
get home, right?
Yeah,
And then it's also, the big patch should be there, like the 13th, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
You don't take a break. You
Mm.
don't take a break.
So you literally come home, there's a new patch, probably a huge one, probably with map changes, I would guess as well, because it's the big season. And then you have the 24th we're playing again, so that's like 1.5 week, and then you play Pro League again on probably map changes and everything. Like,
Okay.
the schedule is just so bad with like patches and everything as well in it.
I feel like open LAN is like better within like the early life of the game, where like, you know, the game is trying to, you know, develop some rapport, like, you know, trying to get itself out there. But like, I mean, I feel like after champs, like I feel like Apex established like, okay, this is like a relatively like renowned like esport. Like we don't necessarily need to have pro teams fighting, you know, like tier 2 whatever like teams, because I think definitely like having the opportunity as a tier 2 player or like team is good. Like it's good to have. I don't think pro teams should be fighting those. Like I don't think we should be playing against like those teams. Like I think have it regional, like APAC, North, South, EU, NA, whatever. Like have like lands in those regions of like those teams, of the 2-2 teams, and then have them qualify to like an actual playoff, etc., and then go from there, instead of just having 160 teams, you know, double elim, you know, people who haven't even made a final in the PSQ are going to be fighting LAN teams. Like how is that even remotely fair for them to like what are they going to learn from that? They're going to get eliminated and go home and be like, yeah, like, I definitely need to make finals next time, or like whatever. Like I don't know.
I want to see random CC player number 700 swing Xanyu. How do you think it's gonna go?
I don't know.
Like, he's not even gonna know what hit him.
Yeah, but we have already happened, not meaning any team, okay, but we've already seen in PLGs there were a lot of surprise and it's kind of similars. I am just scared of happening something similar like in open, because pro teams gonna be like so confident, and those teams are ignorant in the game, so you might get even third, fourth, seventh. That doesn't mean that you in 3v3 you're not gonna be clean wipe them. That's definitely gonna happen. But the problem is if they int you. The problem is there is a lot of an arrogant of play, not arrogant, but like ignorance of playing the game from them that might actually end your game as a pro team, because those teams don't know how to play the game. That might be, if you're unlucky in a day, you might have a really shit tournament and LAN. This might something that might annoy me too. I don't know how you need to be playing around that. Around the
and how do you justify if you're a pro team, like a top team, and you get inted? If you Falcons, I hope for you not. Well, I hope for competition, yes. But like I hope for you, since you're my friend, not that if you go out in the early rounds and you don't reach finals because somebody targeted you, because the apex of their life is inting Falcons. How do you go to your boss and say, hey, like, sorry, I got inted? Like,
nothing.
What can you do about it?
I can't do nothing. We have just to play the game and try to just account for the stupidity of people, but we cannot change it. We need to make sure that we are getting enough kill points of those bad teams. So if something stupid happen, we don't get affected, and we just need to get the kills. And then in the advanced rounds, those stupid teams are not gonna appear. This is what I think. What I'm thinking about, because they are not gonna reach further.
Yes, but then you will have a worse position in the draft. So
yeah, I know.
You be starting like it doesn't make sense. You make the ALGS pay more, and you cut their possibility of success. Why would I, from a business owner, stay in the game?
Yeah, because it's not gonna happen all the time, this type of lands. And you need just to, I think it's just an experience. I'm not saying like all the 160 teams. I know that there are so many tier 2 teams that they are really understand how the game is. What difference is between them and other teams are actually a little bit of understanding the game and the experience. A little bit understanding the game more, and the experience the most problem for them. But there are so many tier 2 teams that they are okay. They're not stupid to end. But the problem is we are talking about like tier 5 can happen, or tier 4 might come to the game. These are the issues. Good.
It's just like,
give a name of one team, 2 teams, or 3 teams, whatever you think are or might be the dark horse of the tournament. That does not include good teams, which is like top teams. I'm talking about top teams that any team that made before top 10 shouldn't be counting, and a dark horse team. Dark horses for this tournament, because
like you mean the PSQ teams, like those ones,
or even a PL team that never made LAN, or PL team that never made a good at LAN before. Anything, but any team that didn't make top 10 before in their history.
Maybe Cybercats at LAN is gonna do something. I don't know. Like they haven't done anything at LAN, right? And they're a new team as well.
EWC, because they are DMS plus ranches. It's a DMS.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, maybe Faze. That's a new team as well. If I'm just thinking about EMEA right now.
Faze did only EWC.
That's a new.
But like not.
Faze should.
Yeah.
Faze should
but that's Tyler Insane now. Like, do we believe UAM is gonna make it to LAN this time?
Yeah, exactly. Do they?
I don't know if they can fly.
Because visa struggles.
They made finals but didn't make the top
Hmm.
10 master.
I don't
Good
know.
question, Els.
It's not a non because they will not do.
I think.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't wanna like trash talk people. I don't think Cut, like the PSQ team from EMEA, will make finals. That would be insane.
Mm.
If they do, so be it. But I do think that they will not be just the PSQ team that goes home day one. I think they could make it further than expected, just because they will just make it somehow.
I mean, aren't they playing a lot of zone? I haven't looked at them too much. It's Taxon on them, right? Aren't
They're
they
just killing
mostly
people.
playing zone?
They're
They're
just trying
killing
to kill
people only in PSQ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe it's gonna work then. Because I feel like a lot of teams that's not gonna make it, it's the teams going zone in groups. When it's like this bad teams coming here as well compared to like tier 1 teams. If you are a decent or a good team and you go zone, you're gonna lose out in the early groups.
Yeah,
I
the more aggressive teams are definitely gonna like prevail in the elims, but I don't know. I can't think of. I mean, we all saw how like PSQ's panned out. Like, I can't say like, oh yeah, this team is like a dark horse. Like, I can't say like, oh wow, they're gonna like even against like the PL teams or like the LAN teams. Like, I can't say like, oh yeah, they're a dark horse. Like, I don't know. I can't think of anyone that's like really gonna outshine the more like experienced teams. But
Do we think?
we'll see.
Do we think Stallions gonna do finals?
No, I don't think so. I think it's a scrim thing right now. I mean, I've seen the results they have, but I think it's a scrim thing.
Look,
no. They were getting good results leading up to Sapporo too. Not this good, but they were getting good results. And then
okay,
anything can happen online.
Kapreme.
Will they make finals? I mean, just watching how Crook and outplayed last or in Sapporo, if they play like that again, then probably not. And this is going to be way more volatile because, you know, ban system and, you know, plethora, like there's just way more factors. But if they play the same and call the same way, then no, I don't think so.
But they are now playing on a different meta that seems to be fitting them, which is crypto. But crypto.
Yeah, but Crook only plays crypto. So once crypto gets banned and
when
it's not gonna happen in a best of 6.
the question
I
is,
wish that character was banned.
do you know why crypto will never get banned in such a lane? Because those teams that are coming from tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 are never playing crypto. They never played crypto in their lives. All of those teams will never pick crypto. And this is whatever.
There might be an overhaul though. Like if Alter and Wraith are more prominent, then crypto might. It's not gonna be like game 2, game 3 banned, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the changes.
I mean, if anything, crypto maybe gets banned like game 5.
6 even. I don't think with the
I mean 5th ban as in for game 6 then.
Yeah. Good. So we are going to latest roster changes. We are going 3 regions. Starting region 1, which is gonna be NA. We also when you're talking about like roster changes, it means like a fully team swapped. It means like not a team like, for example, Complexity got only Funk in. That's not going to be counting, but like they're really fully new formed teams. And they're like 100 Thieves. What do we think about 100 Thieves? What do you think about them? Good, bad, negative, positive? What do you think about them and how do you think they will be ending?
Biggest strength, they will outshoot most teams. That's pretty straightforward. Like if your worst player shooting wise is Phony, it's good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
And
they have a lot of power.
Yeah, and that's not to talk down on Phony. Then actually quite the opposite, talk up on the other two. And I think the biggest weakness might be maintaining the right mental state. They seem to be volatile a bit in how they play, and that might affect them a lot. So I would have them as making finals, 100%. I would be heavily surprised if they don't, but I have no idea how they could perform in finals.
Okay, we chat head news or something, big news. Liuq is saying 100 Thieves is out of top 10. Big news. Liuq said this one.
Yeah.
This is not from me. You haven't heard
Yeah,
it
I'm gonna get a text from Phony asking explanation. No, they're good. They could like if given the right as I said, given the right mental state, given the right opportunities, obviously, they could do very well.
I mean, coming from their previous rosters, like Evan and Jen, like at least now they have like a definitive IGL. So at least the structure for them pans out a bit better. Because I mean, like Timmy Design, they're just like counter calming and doing whatever, and then Zap is a great player, but not necessarily like as experienced in IGLing as Phony. So like for the most part, on paper, like they should do relatively well. But yeah, as far as mental, this pretty much goes for every team. But like if their mentals aren't aligned, or they're not ready for the adversity and they just like all implode, then that's like where their biggest downfall is going to be.
Yeah.
So
The problem is if they implode, they don't have a Don. They have a Bronzy, but I don't think Bronzy is a very good into maintaining vibes. This is like kind of a specialty of a person. I think I think this is the weakness. What I think is if they implode, they don't have the right person to stop the implosion. Not saying that it's not the right coach or something. But Bronzy has his strength and has his weaknesses, which is I don't think his biggest strength is being the best vibe person, restoring person. Yeah.
I mean, I think the biggest negative thing I can see there is the personalities clash with each other. With them, they're so different. I feel like I don't know all of them like personally that deep, but from what I've seen, I think they can clash, and that could make them have a downfall. And snaking will start happening, and then it's going down fast. But I do believe they're going to be in finals for sure.
100%. I would be super surprised. Next roster is same questions apply. 3 questions. NRG, which is Timmy, Yanya, and Guild. We're already seeing that happening. People called in NA. People called like multiple teams right now super teams. One of them is Timmy, Yanya, and Guild, and now Yanya is on a crypto. So what do we think about
super team? There are 3 good players, but is it a team that makes sense? Not really. There's no IGL. Timmy is learning how to IGL. Yanya is playing crypto. Guild like fulfills a good slot of like he can play decent amount of characters. Like he's a sturdy player. Like you can always like default or like trust in Guild to accomplish like what needs to be accomplished. But as far as like the 3 of them as a collective, I don't think like they're gonna be a good team. There's too much like random plays, counter like calming. There might be too many ideas thrown. There's no like definitive like leadership on the team for it to be called a super team. Like they're all 3 great players, but not as a collective. Like I don't know.
I mean, when I saw that roster, I first thought Yanya will IGL them, but that was not the case. So I'm a bit surprised of it.
I mean, this is I think the Timmy's first condition to make the team and play. He wants to IGL. He wants to learn how to IGL and IGL. That's why he was forming the team.
No, I understand that. I think he needs to take certain roles then. Like you said, as you said, like crypto, Yanya, that's just, I don't know. I would not do that. If I was him, I would just do like Hakis, right? Like you just put yourself as an IGL on the crypto role then. You have your 2 god tier fucking controller players just play up front and do. And also he gets way more information if he plays crypto, which could help him IGL better as well with the information he gets, instead of asking your teammates, hey, what do you see there? Can I go there? Can we go there? Can we rotate? Because it is in the moment, right? When you see something opens up, you have to play it now. And if your teammate has to call that for you, then you make the decision, oh, you lost 4 seconds. Someone came in with a trident or flying in. Oh, you lost the position. You lost the game.
He was a very good crypto. I just don't understand why he doesn't want to play crypto anymore. What do you think they will be?
I don't know.
What do you think they will be in doing? They will do at LAN?
Maybe finals, but I don't think they are making finals. I don't think it's like that.
Wow.
I think it's a maybe. I think it's a maybe.
I think it's a wow in my opinion, because I would expect him to be way higher in my books.
Like what, top 10 or what?
I think they would be like definitely finals.
Okay. I mean, they are individually pretty good players. That's for sure. But I think they're on the wrong roles. Like not just outside of the game, but inside as well.
Yeah, I think this is true. For me, what I feel the strongest thing about them is having a coach and an analyst right now that can boost the learning curve of Timmy as an IGL. They are three very good players, and there is the coach plus analyst that can help him actually reach what he wants. This is what in my opinion is the positive. The negative is a doubt if Timmy is able to reach it in the needed time. This is what the negative in my opinion. It's will Timmy make it on time for the PL start and for the ALGS Open to be ready for being an IGL and overtaking everything comfortably? That's what I cannot tell. So
The thing is, if Pro League started in 2 months, sure, like they can make it work. But Pro League starts in less than 2 weeks.
Yep, let's put the PL as a learning curve still, because they should be 3v3ing most of the teams. NA is in worst situation if ever I have seen an A. So I think they might be fine into that.
And like as you said, they have Winnie. I don't know what she does, so I look at her results, and obviously they don't tell the full story, but she did have an insane year. She probably will be able to help if they had more time.
We are going for the next team, and next team is what people are calling them a new TSM, which is not new TSM because they are not, but it's Reps, Teeds, and Faze. How do you feel about this team? What do we think about this team? What is the strength, what is the weakness, and what do you think expect from them?
I don't even know if they make it LAN.
If they make LAN, I mean that they do.
Yeah, split two. No, split two. No, like split two LAN, obviously.
Counter argument. I think they are better than NRG on paper at the beginning.
On paper, no. On paper, I disagree.
I think they are better than NRG.
How they play?
For the moment, let me tell you.
Okay.
I think they are better than NRG because they are already defined a good team playing around the Newcastle. They have a very good Newcastle to play around, and they are really good 3 players. They are definitely very good 3 players. They might have not a really like they again defined IGL, which is Reps. He doesn't have the experience of being an IGL. He's a super experienced long-term player. Plus, a castle gonna help. If you tell me about long-term, I think long-term they will be worse than NRG because they don't have a coach, they don't have an analyst, they don't have the support they need to be keeping up with everything happening. Which again, learning curve for NRG gonna be higher, while they will be slower. But at the moment, for Pro League, I expect them to be better because it's a very clear who is gonna be playing castle. It's very clear what they will be playing. It's very clear for them what they will be. Are they the best team? No. Are they better than NRG at the moment? I think yes.
On the immediate, yes, I agree. It's just that, okay, we know that Reps is kind of the mental anchor of, what I would say whatever team he's on, but he's been on 2, so like he's going to be the mental anchor, right? But he's also going to have to IGL this time. So I think there's a lot of added responsibility, and he doesn't have a coach to help with. And the fact they don't have a stable income in an org could also be something that troubles them in the back of their mind.
Yeah.
Do they make for those possible issues with insane firepower that energy can use? I don't think so. Like I think they should good. I don't think they should energy good.
Yeah,
like maybe I'm wrong saying that they won't make LAN, but mind you, this is not saying that they will suck. This is me saying they're gonna be around the 12th spot of NA. They're gonna be around the bottom of the LAN teams or barely not making it. Yeah, that's my take on them. But I do agree that they're way more structured as of right now.
Yeah, they're way more structured. I mean, honestly, like this might be the worst year of PL since like the 40 team PL. Like as far as the teams, the structure of the teams, like as of right now, like there's a lot of teams that are built around like good players, but not around structure. So it's not like, okay, like definitive IGL, definitive fragger, or like whatever. Like it's like, okay, cool. Like I'm you know, I have experience. Like I've been to lands. Like I'm a good player. Let me learn this role within like 2-3 weeks, like with other 2 good players, and hopefully, like I mean, yeah, VDR should do well. Like the skill gap in PL is at its worst right now. Like they should easily get like top 8 in PL, and then depending on the progress of, you know, Reps' IGLing and how the structure of the team works, then they should on paper at least, you know, make finals. Like I definitely think that's a possibility. They definitely should look for a coach. I definitely think like they need to just fully commit to, you know, establishing themselves as a full team. As long as, you know, Reps isn't getting counter called, or there's not like the whole like, you know, hive mind thing where like all 3 people are talking or have ideas and there's no like, you know, definitive like IGL. Like I think they'll do relatively well.
Isn't this the best thing about them, that they don't have anyone that can counter IGL? Like Vax doesn't do. Deets might have an opinion, but he will not counter IGL.
But like you look at teams in NA, all right? I'm not gonna list them in order. I'm just gonna list teams that I think should perform better. Falcons, Liquid, Shopify, Furia, 100 Thieves. Energy, I do think that in Pro League, end of Pro League, they will have performed better. Envy, LG, Complexity, VP. So,
Mhm.
like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're there. They're on the border. Who knows?
Should we move to the next team, or we wants to add something for our reps?
Nah, you said what I want to say with the coach and that, because I think that's the biggest like difference if you take
Yeah.
them and energy, for example, with not having any staff around you, it's gonna have setbacks for them in the long run.
What do you think about Envy? It's a Zap, Sykes, and dropped. Sykes is grinding the gym, so he's even getting not only shootings but even like
Punching.
energy level
Getting
higher.
some real guns.
Yeah. What do you think about Envy? I mean, on paper they are really good. On paper they are crazy. They have a very good coach too.
How are they doing? Yeah, exactly. How are they doing on screens? Like,
Not
are they
good.
placing on average well or?
they did horrible and they were bottom 5 every single scrim at the beginning and they stopped screaming.
Oh,
Wait, they stopped screaming, you said?
No, I think they didn't scrim often afterwards, but I think I didn't follow them after that. But they didn't play for some time after they were like doing not good. But I don't know. I didn't follow after that on them, honestly.
I didn't watch them like personally their streams or anything. How was it when they did bad? Like, how was the mental? Were they screaming at each other, or was it actually calm?
No, calm. There was no
Okay,
no shoutings. The thing is, I don't think Zap is a shouting person. Sykes will not shout if you don't shout at him, so he doesn't shout at you.
Yeah.
And I mean, Dropped is, I don't think even Dropped is a shouter. So
Yeah, probably not. I was just gonna say,
say.
I wonder how much opinions they can have in game though with Dropped and Sap, maybe trying to figure out what to do in the game if they're gonna clash somehow with that.
never. Zap doesn't even want to IGL. Zap doesn't
Also,
want to
okay,
IGL.
he has just fully gave it up because I didn't watch them since they started playing now.
Zap was forced to IGL on TSM. He did not want to IGL. He just joined as a fragger and then he suddenly had to IGL. And the person doesn't like to IGL, doesn't want if he's not forced. This is the good thing. Like he's not even a person that they're gonna fight for the IGLing spot.
Okay, I mean that's good then, as long as he didn't get it in him like when he was like with TSM, and learned like how to take that commando and wants to do it now as well, because then he needs to unlearn that.
We're going to EMEA. Faze. We're starting with Faze. On paper, Faze is a insane team. On papers, on paper is
that's
like
a
having
top 3-4 team in EMEA on paper.
Yes, and when I had my list, if my opinion when people ask me in stream, I said it's Alliance, but I have 2 dark horses that can take the win of EMEA from Alliance. Might take it from Alliance. It's a Faze or GoNext. Then after that comes GG, GG, and then after that comes GG. And you can say that the things you can say Aurora, you can say NIP, you can say whoever wants. But in my opinion, those 1, 2, 3, and then GG, and then you can argue whoever. But what do we think about Faze? What do you think on Faze? It's Zayn, Tyler, and Fnatic.
Very solid team, to be honest, with a lot of firepower compared to EMEA teams. I think if they can get that going, like there's synergy between Zayn and Tyler, I think they can be really dangerous as a fighting team. Like they're gonna beat EXO and all of those other like fighter teams for sure.
And if Fnatic figures out crypto well,
yeah, which I think he will.
He will.
Maybe needs a bit help for sure, but I think he will figure it out before LAN.
Placement for LAN, do you think? For Faze?
Finals, I think.
Finals, 100%.
Yeah.
Depends
in finals, I think that's a team that's gonna run through groups and everything to finals. That's what I think. It's gonna be walking apart for them. If they don't flop, of course, but it should be.
I mean, I'm gonna say something similar to what I said for 100 Thieves, but even more for them. They need someone to keep their mental in check, 100%. We all know who is on the team. They're insane players. I would even say they're up there with the 100 Thieves. It's just that they do need avoid mental booming. If you get 2 weeks of getting 15th in a row, is your team gonna be able to recover from that? That's what we need to find out.
They have a Jay that might help them for this. Jay is now their
he has
coach.
he has never coached before though, so he has a lot to learn as a coach. And I don't know do Faze have any like performance coach helping them? That helps all the teams. I have
don't
no
think
clue if
so.
they have that.
Nope, they don't.
Because I think that's something they will need with Zayn and Tyler. I'm just gonna throw it out there with their mental and everything.
I think this is what Jay can help, right? Jay is a very good at being vibe checker, I guess. He's a very calm guy. He's a very rational guy. He's not a young, foolish person. He just knows how life is. Actually, he might help very well with this if he's the coaching too.
I mean, this is definitely Fnatic's best teammates on paper, but I also don't think any iteration of the teams that he's had in the past were bad. I mean, like, hard to, nags, like, whatever. Like, I don't think any teams that he's had have been necessarily lackluster. It is definitely just 100% their mental capacity and how much they're able to persevere through just bad performances or whatever it may be. Like, it is solely on that. And I mean, it goes for a lot of teams. Like, good players, everyone's a good player, but if they cannot mentally handle hardship, then they're not going to do well. Should they make finals? Yeah, 100%. I mean, Tyler Zane, he just EMP people, let them run at people and whatever. But yeah, we'll see. Definitely just the mental aspect is the most important part.
Let's see how it goes. Good. Next team is in EMEA, is the second team that I thought they're going to be one of the best in EMEA. It's GoNext. GoNext is Atinum, Henchman, and Kinda. Henchman and Kinda having new IGL is not Matafi anymore. Matafi left them, and then Ati got them. What do you think about this team? What do you think is the strength of them? What do you think is the weakness? And what do you think they will be reaching?
I mean, with them already having the synergy with Kinda and Henchman is a positive thing, I feel like. New IGL, big potentials instead of having Matafe. Maybe LAN will be good now. I mean, I think they're going to do good at LAN. I think that top 10, actually. I think they can top 10.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. They're top 3 EU. I think my top 3 in EU is Alliance, G, GoNext.
Okay. Let's go.
And
what do you think is their biggest weakness?
That they have little time to prepare.
Little time to prepare, but they have a coach. They have a good IGL now. They have a coach, and they are a 2.
Yeah, neither of them can make time. Like they cannot produce time units. They cannot add the time to their clock. I don't think it will be enough.
But there is not too much to add to. 2 players are already playing with each other for a million years. Another IGL that is very experienced and very good at the game. He's already played it. And there is a coach that can even help now. It's a material help. What
I do think that they're gonna be insane. I think that if they had like 2 more months to prepare, they would be even more insane. I think there are two things in this team is positive, super positive. There are so many positive stuff, but super positive. One of them is already said. Noth said it. Is the synergy is already existing between 2 players. Second is that you talk about time. You talk about them people cannot make time. I think Ati can make time. Ati is one of the hardest workers in the scene. No. By one make time, I don't mean that he will not.
No. I'm answering different one.
I'm saying that he cannot fabricate.
Exactly
time
what I'm saying now. He can fabricate time because he is one of the hardest working IGLs or not IGLs players in the scene. If other people are working 2, 3, 4, 5 hours per day to work on themselves, he's working 16 hours. So he's crafting this time. I already know this guy. He's coming back from work, not doing anything, going into the scrims, but after the scrims, running into stuff, doing the VOD reviews, running into the custom, running here and there, asking questions here and there, and putting notes and working. He's a very hard working. Is Ati one of the best players in the game as a mechanics? No, he's not. Ati is a very good. No, he's not. But he's one of the the hardest working people in the scene. He's one of the hardest.
I agree.
He starts always flat. Agree. Starts always flat in a new meta. He starts really bad, and then he goes up. Because he creates the time, he manufactures this time and goes up. Because he learns how the stuff are working around him. And this is, in my opinion, the best thing about him. That's my opinion. What is a negative? Most negative things? I don't think I will find a negative things for this. Might be...
My team is better.
The two duos, which is henchman, and Kinda having good day or bad day. Because as well, again, the play is gonna be created by the teams, and then these two has to be capitalizing into this. They have a shooting power, but they might have a bad day, and they might even not be even deliver. But this is something that can even be in any teams. This can be with Alliance. If Effect and Unlucky is having a bad day together, we saw them one of the BLGS. I remember this one very well. They were playing one of the BLGS. They had the first, I think, round 3 or something. They were losing every single fight. The first fight they take, they were losing it, which is doesn't happen. It doesn't happen usually, but it was like happening at that day, and they lost the first one, and it was like a really bad, rough day for them. And then they definitely still made it further, but that was like one of the days when if you are unlucky, not unlucky as a player, but unlucky as a time. I mean things. Then you might have not good day.
That is when you have like your fragger being sick, you know, like if that's what you mean, like because that was the case there. Like if you have someone on the team, you're only 3, so you can't afford having someone getting sick. I mean, sure, we did in Sapporo though. We had our whole fucking squad being sick, taking turns through the tournaments. But it affects the team a lot, of course. Yeah. Like if one guy is sick.
That was it. Like the issue of 2 people having not a good day. It can happen to anyone. I'm calling them as a bad things for them, negative, but I think it can happen to anyone. It can happen to any team.
Yeah, that's not them specifically.
Yes.
So you can't put it as a negative thing for them.
Good.
If it's not like their mental booming, but I don't think they do that.
It happens to everyone.
Kapreme, do you have anything to add on GoNext from your point?
I think stylistically, like for Adonam, it definitely is like an upgrade as far as like how he wants to play the game. Just with Kind and Hench, like they have the synergy, and Adonam wants to play super aggressive, so it definitely pans out in his favor. I mean, the only negative might just be discipline, as far as like, you know, how far Kind and Henchmen are gonna be, you know, pushing stuff or whatever, like how aggressive they're gonna be. Like it just is gonna be dependent on like their discipline, but they should do well. They should be easily like top 10 finals, you know, top 5, top 3 in EU.
Okay, next one is the team that swapped 2 players as well in EMEA, and it's EXO. They replaced Fuda and Slayers by Arctic and Chaotic Match, and they swapped their playstyle from playing Zone, which is to play Edge. It means Swinny back to Swinny before playing Edge, before playing Zone is the old Swinny playing Edge. What do you think about EXO? How do we see EXO in and strength and weaknesses?
I think they do play too aggressive sometimes and can't understand it themselves when they need to be more passive in the game. With that comes, they are probably going to win some Pro League days because they're going to be super aggressive. It works out. They're going to kill everything and drop 20 bombs. But then they're going to have the next Pro League day where they probably get 15th instead because it doesn't work out with aggression. That's what I think is going to happen with them.
They don't know how to hold back sometimes. They are either too aggressive or there is, like, for example, Alliance is aggressive as well in EMEA. They try to kill as well everything in EMEA as well because that's how it works, killing everyone and having confidence. But they know how to back off some stuff. They have a macro as well. I don't think Swinny has the best macro in the game, which comes in, and he is depending mostly about as well having a fight. He sometimes overtakes a fight.
Yeah, I mean, you need to understand when you have a good position in zone and you don't need to fight everything, or you can't even fight everything because there's going to be a free P because you have one of the god spots and everyone wants that spot. And that's a big problem you see in scrims right now, at least, but maybe they're going to hold back on that at match day. We will see.
Yeah, they could. We also hinted everything in the first 2 weeks because we wanted to go back to fighting properly, and now we're not anymore. And it's showing in results. And I don't think they will necessarily play more normal, we could say it. I think they'll stick to their playstyle. And as Noth said, they might... I think it's going to depend a lot on actually their first day. Because if they crash out first day, it's going to be rough. But they're performing well. Like, they are better than the majority of the teams they're competing against. So, Crypto plus 2 fighting characters. Yep. Sucks that they don't have ring console.
I haven't watched them too much. I mean, on paper, they should do relatively well. I mean, Swinny also, like, you know, in the past has played like Octane, Bloodhound, Lifeline at LAN without a ban system. So like, this is kind of his wheelhouse as far as like, you know, weird comps and trying stuff out. So as long as like Arctic and Chaotic are like able to adapt relatively quick to like, you know, whatever he wants to play or, you know, whatever they're looking to play, then
Reason.
I mean, they should be fine. I think like role wise, they all like fit relatively well, so should be okay as long as their mentals and everything are on par.
Let's go for the next region. And the next region is an APAC North region. There are so many changes in APAC North. I think I'm going to go into only two because the most famous two moves, it's Fnatic. Fnatic changing two players, which are Liuq and Miltestera, going out of Fnatic and then adding to Fnatic two players, which is Liuq Ace and Colonel Garcia. Plus, they are having a coach right now. That is the coach of Liuq Ace coming with them. What do we think about Fnatic? This Fanatics. I'm here to listen, and we have a gun boy here that is the. It's a gun boy. Everybody knows gun boy. He's here to listen. So let's see. What do we think about this team? We have two facts changing. First of all, two new players, two young players coming in. UCAF will be IGLing. Colonel Garcia will not IGL because Colonel Garcia is his own IGL that UCAF doesn't want to play that playstyle, and UCAF gonna be IGLing. What do we think about it? How do we think? And give your really honest opinion about it. What do we think? And do we think this is a better team than the old Fnatic? Do we think gonna be placing? What do we think gonna be placed?
They're definitely not better. Like,
Yeah, Melt like is definitely like the best like teammates I think you guys had for sure.
He said explicitly that he thought about retiring like Yuka after Sapporo, and he doesn't have great expectations for this team. They're performing well in scrims, but once again, it's APAC North is notoriously known for being dominated by two teams. It's always been like that for a while, and once LAN time comes, they might struggle to fight again. Like, if I see that Fnatic team fight against Koiful and Sanyu,
They have a very
I would
good
be
2
worried.
MNK.
What's sorry?
They have a two good MNKs. Like
Yeah, but I don't think they're at the level of previous Fnatic roster.
agree I agree on this one, and because Liuq is so for me, let me give my honest opinion about this, and I already follow. The biggest change that I have no idea how it's gonna play is Liuq not IGLing and UCAF is IGLing. UCAF already IGL'd, but in my opinion, Liuq is one of the best IGLs in APAC North. They are missing him. Liuq has a very good firepower, and Miltestera was an amazing player. So like there were three very good shooters. There were three very good shooters plus and one IGL that fits how they want to play. This is a challenge. It's a risk that might pay off. But yes, I understand, and I think they are not as strong as the previous one. The biggest issue I find in this team might happen, which I think in the other team might happen as well, in the next team we'll be talking about in APAC North, is the flexibility of the players to play Legends. I think the next meta gonna happen for them is what playstyle are going to play. They have a crypto, which is gonna be Colonel Garcia. He played crypto, but the crypto he played is a completely different than the crypto they want to play right now. He knows how to operate this crypto. He needs to find and bring him into an aggressive fighting playstyle in the edge when they are taking a fight, and unleashing two players, UCAF and Liuq Ace. Plus UCAF will gonna be the IGLing, so he's gonna be the Ash, gonna be the Bang, gonna be the Wraith, gonna be the whatever one. Second option is, which is a bad option for them. I don't know if it will work or not. I might be proven wrong. If they play Newcastle and put UCAF on Newcastle, because UCAF is a good Newcastle, but then IGLing off Newcastle gonna be an issue. So how are we going to play? This is my honest opinion. I think this is the biggest issue. We need to see the time. I don't know what is the legend pool of Liuq Ace. I don't know what the legends pool of Colonel Garcia. Colonel Garcia doesn't need to have a legend pool. He's a crypto. But in APAC North, crypto gonna get banned immediately. Yeah. Crypto gonna get banned faster because it's a region of crypto. They come with a package of a crypto. Like when you are playing in this pro league, they are telling you are crypto. Play. It comes as a package. So I think gonna get banned. This is the issue comes afterwards, and their flexibility.
I mean, about the flexibility, we're always thinking long term, right? We don't think for one tournament. We think about, like, when you're building a team as well, you're thinking a year ahead, Not like if you think one tournament ahead, then I don't know, you're dumb because it's gonna break in the end. And let's say the patch, the 13th, just nerfs like crypto down, like to bottom. No one is gonna play it. How do you do then if you have a crypto one trick? Like that's a problem. You need to think long term. So you want to be able to have diversity on the team, play a lot of different legends. It's like when you're scrimming now. Like, why would you just be playing your comfy legends? Like, oh yeah, but then we perform in scrims. Who the cares? It's scrims. You should learn.
But we don't know if he's one trick crypto or not. But the only
Ah.
thing we know about him, he played only crypto the whole time. The thing,
Yeah,
second thing is,
But I don't know about him though. That's the problem. Like, if what he plays in ranked or whatever.
the second thing we know about them, that crypto never dies in Epic North. It doesn't matter if you put him to the ground or not. This legend never dies. He's gonna be played all the time.
I mean,
honest opinion.
yeah, definitely Yuka's probably worst team, to be honest. I mean, the only thing I know about Colonel is that he played Crypto Watson Val from Dev Coast and insta rotated. So yeah, like
Staging.
as far as like and staging, I think they second pick staging in Mannheim. So it's like I don't necessarily know like
It's just rotating team.
how adaptive they're gonna be. Are they're triple MK or
No, Colonel Garcia is a roller.
Okay.
Mhm.
Libel Ace mechanically is insane, obviously. As far as like comp experience, I'm not necessarily sure, if that's gonna do him any justice. Yuka is learning to IGL. The whole like learning IGL bit
But he already IGL'd the best.
is just, especially with two players that aren't necessarily able to, kind of, I don't know, like they don't have the experience to kind of fluff like whatever mistakes that Yuka might make in as far as like his calls or fights that they're gonna have. So we'll see. I haven't honestly been watching their scrims, or I haven't seen like how they've been playing or doing. So, but I mean, on paper, I don't necessarily think they're gonna do too well.
I mean, Yuka already IGL'd in the past when they were like, I think Game With. It's called Game With.
Yeah.
GW. They IGL'd, and before like I joined them when I think year 3 end of it, and that's when Leica joined them from Naked, or that's when the Leica joined them. Here he stopped IGLing.
Yeah. Yuka IGL'd. I just think in comparison to like it's completely different. Also, with the with Mastera and like in Sapporo, Yuka was on Gibby. He can do his own thing. Like he can play off his own time, but now he has to lead to people that don't necessarily have good experience or any experience at the level that he's looking for. So we'll see like how they play.
One correction that Garcia wasn't playing crypto in the past was Inega. So the team that was playing crypto, it wasn't him, and I thought all the time that he was the crypto player. It wasn't him.
Oh, I think
Inaga was the crypto. Inaga was the crypto.
Garcia was the Valk. I'm pretty sure.
Wait, this is interesting. Okay, this is interesting. I did not know this one. Okay, we come to the next team in APAC North. In my opinion, this might be the strongest team on paper in APAC North right now. It's NoezFox, the team that was formed right now. It's Leica, it's Satuki, and it's Arufa. On paper, this team might be the strongest team. Leica not gonna IGL. He doesn't want to IGL. It's Satuki gonna IGL. He even doesn't want to IGL. He was talking about it in one of the interviews before they went to the champs. He said like, if I will be ever playing a different team, I don't want to IGL. I'm whatever he was saying, and then he doesn't IGL now at all. He said it again. So on paper, this team might be the strongest in APAC North, my opinion. What I don't know about them is how flexible the legend.
I mean, it's either them or C. It's either them or CR.
They are okay.
Yeah, because they got Karompe back, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Like, even though they sucked at Sapporo, maybe 36 above them, but those are the best teams at the end of the day. I also agree that NoezFox is better, by the way. Just saying it.
I mean, I agree. CR could be a contender to them for sure, because we're gonna have to see what Noez can do.
So, what do we think? What is your top 3, in your opinion, top 3 APAC North? APAC North only PL.
Only Pro League.
NoezFox, CR 36 in any, like NoezFox first, and then the 2 other you can swap.
Fnatic out?
Then they're fourth.
Fnatic out? Okay.
Like to be fair, like I don't think E36 have been performing as well.
I mean, I think I would
Yeah,
put
they've been-
Fnatic over E36.
100%. In my opinion.
They also got Juicena though. No,
They-
Juicena, however.
Yeah, they got Juice now, right now, and I know that they are 3 good players. One thing that people always forget: good teams playing for their names. Big teams plays for their names. Team like Fnatic, not gonna be dropping anything below. Not gonna be below top 3. It's the name that's gonna be carrying them as well. It's the guild that's
Yeah.
gonna be. I cannot be not winning as well, even whoever I'm playing with.
You mean like they get the confidence from it?
It's the confidence. I am Fnatic. I
Yeah.
will never be getting below that. This is something that Fnatic will be living for. Is the name. Is CR gonna be better? CR wasn't bad, wasn't good, and at all after Split 1. They have been horrible the whole year after Split 1. Why am I putting CR over them? Because they are new team. But CR wasn't even good all the year.
Yeah,
One.
fair enough.
Second is E36. They are on paper nice 3 players. Yeah, and Fnatic.
I do still think that Sorry.
Yeah, please.
No, that like Sangjun and Obli are insane.
True.
Like, they're very, very good. I don't know. Maybe
I don't
I'm
disagree.
just a fanboy.
I don't disagree.
Okay.
I don't disagree. They are good. But where were they the whole year? They haven't made final, haven't made final, haven't made PL. Like, this is something you need to take it in consideration. They got first.
Yeah, that's fair.
They missed PL. They didn't make. They missed split 2. They didn't make finals in EWC. They didn't make finals in champs. Where are they? Like, it's a
Could have
3
made-
fails. Big fails.
Could have made finals in AWC if they can't, but
True. Okay, what about Riddle? We forgot to talk about Riddle. What's gonna happen? Riddle has a new team, which is Sako stays the same, but they brought in Milstera from Fnatic, and they brought Haida as a third.
okay.
What do you think about Riddle? Are they going to be top 5 team, or we don't know a lot? We need to see.
I don't know who else is there, honestly.
I do believe they can be top 3, 4. They did get an upgrade with the players they took in, but then again, you gotta see how do they match together. I mean, they just recently, when was it, like 2 weeks ago or something, right? That team got created.
Yeah.
Or 3
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So you're gonna have to see how like synergized they are and everything as well with the little time they have before Pro League. But on paper, I think they did an upgrade with the players.
Good. People want. There are 3 MNKs. This might be the biggest doubt from people's. There are 3 MNKs.
But we have Legend bans, which also was a buff for MNK players, I would say.
Yeah.
Sure, you would want one controller player, but I mean, you also have the same in EU, right? With triple MNK, with like Cybercats and stuff. That you and Cybercats you see as like a dark horse, or like they could like. I think for the next LAN they're gonna qualify as well. Cybercats.
Yeah, I think they are good. Yeah.
I don't think you should talk down like MNK players too much now with the change, with legend bans and everything.
Yeah, as long as there's good chemistry, then I don't think input. I mean, input definitely like makes or breaks certain things that you want to do as a team. But if you have good synergy and like everyone mechanically is up to par and can play like a good amount of characters, then I don't think input is really an issue now. Especially with TTK and stuff, like it's kind of definitely like in a 1v1 situation, like Roller might have the upper hand, but if you're good mechanical on MNK, then you can still be successful.
We are coming back to NA because people are asking and they want Secretary to do it for one team, which we talked briefly about it, but again, in the same way of positives, negatives, and what do we think they will be ending. It's against Stallions. We talk about them a little bit shortly. What do we think about them? What is the strengths and the weaknesses of this team, and what is the and don't forget they have a coach right now, which is Hotzik. They have a coach, and what do we think about them? Where do we think that we will see them in the LAN?
I mean, with Hotzik, it's gonna help them a lot. Like he's probably one of the best coaches on the market as well. Like that is in and out of teams. So that's a very positive thing for them. And they have some experience together now as well. Like they've played for a while together, so they're not completely fresh. It's gonna be interesting to see for sure what Hotzik can do with them.
I mean, collectively they should have enough, at least between Crook and Alb, like enough experience, and Enemy. I mean, Enemy has played with Crook before on OXG, so they should have enough like chemistry together. Scrims obviously lately are not representative of anything close to what LAN is going to be. So the pressure of LAN is like obviously way different. The way that Crook and Ob played LAN was all over the place. Like, so if they can refrain from, like, if Crook can just hard IGL and Mac doesn't counter comm and, you know, he plays his role, he's aggressive, etc., they should do relatively well. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, right now it's just the honeymoon phase. Everyone is having a good time and new team and blah, blah, blah. But I mean, that's just how it goes.
Yeah, I agree with everything they already said. Like, and especially with the scrims not being representative of LAN, like it's aside from the meta part, whatever, it's gonna be an entirely different world, and who knows how they will react. And historically, have they reacted well to those changes of scenario? No, last LAN it didn't really go that way. So who knows?
Okay, so now the next one is an evaluation of groups, PL groups. Here it is for the chat to see. What do we think about the groups? Which group is the strongest? Which group is the weakest? And yeah, what do we think about it? Strongest and the weakest. ABC.
I mean, Group B is by far the strongest.
By strong.
BAC.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's see.
But A will be
BAC.
the hardest one. It's
Yeah.
not the strongest, but it will be the hardest one because they have so many teams that play so inty.
Yeah.
Uh,
You have Navi, EXO, Cybercats, Hat, all in the same group.
Let's see actually. Let's see the group.
That's hard to maneuver.
So it's Alliance, GG, Faze, holy you aim. Even Forbidden is very underrated.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Holy, this is a very good team. Stealth is zone teams. Fighting. Okay, C, Aurora, part-timers, NIP, EXO. No, that's XOP. This is not XOP.
Mhm.
No, C is not strong, in my opinion.
no, it's the worst one.
Okay.
It's the worst one. It's the worst one.
Okay.
BAC.
Okay, B,
BAC.
it's a 2R1C, GoNext, Cyber, EXO, and actually they are, yeah, but B is the strongest. Good.
B is strongest, but A is hardest.
Yeah,
Because
I
they have so,
I
like,
prefer to be.
aggressive.
I prefer to be.
Yeah,
Group
yeah,
B.
yeah, 100%. B
Group C
versus
would have been-
A, yeah, like B versus A is not gonna be fun.
Wait.
It's gonna be show on edge.
Each one of you, I want from you top 3 EMEA, in your opinion. You can put your team in easily, to show clearly. Top 3 EMEA, in your opinion.
You said we can't pick ourselves.
You can, obviously.
Oh, you can. Okay, ourselves, of course. Top one. Then probably would want to say GoNext, and then GG.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've written you on my Death Note.
Oh
No,
damn! Okay.
no. That's the top 3.
Okay, Phase out. Phase
I
out.
put ourselves above GoNext.
Kapreme.
Yeah, I mean, Alliance, GoNext. Yeah, GG, I guess.
Yes, GoNext.
I
and-
guess. Damn, that's where you have the Death Note for.
Not-
Holy shit.
Not like that, not like that, not like that.
I have that.
Okay. I
put me
thought
on
I
the-
was with friends, but yeah.
There's
me
a
on the
lot of
Death
teams
Note.
that like.
Put me
Yeah,
on the
put me
Death
on the
Note,
Death
GG. GG. Put me on the Death Notes. I will be gambling on my 2 sons to be passing you. And I
Okay.
think it's an Alliance, GG, GoNext, and Phase. Alliance, GoNext, and Phase.
Okay.
My 2 sons gonna pass you.
Well, we will see about that.
I'm sorry, but we'll see. So next one
It's
is.
not like we average 10 more points than them.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Wait a minute. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So we go for the next one, which is NA. And NAs are here are the groups. And I'm gonna talk about call them because I think most of you maybe hasn't even seen the groups except Kapreme maybe. Group A is Falcons, TSM, which is VDR, Liquid, Oblivion, Stallions, Board, Hush, LF Goth, Girls, and Ape Gang and Flat. Group B, Shopify, Rebellion, Shopify, Furia, 100 Thieves, NRG, CTE, Wave, MV, Locked In, No Name, and Unleash. Group C is VP, Complexity, LG, Dragons, Thuggets, Purple, Slushies, Proskis, VSM, ACP, and Nice Guys. Kapreme, we're starting from you because you are an A guy. What do you think?
I think Falcons has a pretty free group outside of maybe Liquid. Group B is probably the most stacked for sure.
Group is stacked, yeah.
You know, Shopify, Fury, 100T, NRG, Envy.
Locked in.
Group
Weird.
C is kind of mid.
I
Outside
think-
of like three teams, I think.
I think, in my opinion, your group is the worst. The easiest, I mean. Our group is the second easiest, and B is the stacked.
Yeah.
Because, like,
It's like-
who is there? You, Complexity, and LG. I'm sorry, but, like,
Yeah, it's just us three. And
VP.
Yeah.
LG.
I mean,
NA
you
is-
you also have like BAC, like EMEA. I feel
Yeah.
like when I see
Right.
the names
BAC.
now, I haven't looked at it before, to be honest, that much. But just seeing the names, I feel like BAC as well.
Yeah, I think it's a
Yeah.
BAC. I think it's B is by far the strongest. A is
Yeah.
is
Oh, yeah.
A is competing with C, who is worse.
I think
Oh
we're
my
definitely
God.
worse.
And I think you won it.
Yeah, I think we did.
And the thing is,
Yeah, NA
because
is not looking too good.
Yeah.
But
I think Stallions and Hus are better than the rest of the. So if we talk about like VPU and LG, it's a Falcons, VDR, and Liquid. And then you can say Stallions and Hus are better than VSM or whoever are the other teams in your lobby are. Just like that,
Yeah.
that's what the logic is. But like both groups are weird, bad, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But B is the strongest. So now we coming to top 3 in A. What do we think is top 3 in A in your opinion? You can put your team in
I'm
because
gonna-
you're complexity.
I can or I can't.
You can because you're complexity.
Okay,
I mean,
I
you
mean,
can.
yeah. Complexity, Falcons and Shopify, top 3.
Third and you. Sure.
In which order?
I mean, my team
Doesn't
first just
matter.
because it's my
Doesn't
team.
matter.
But
Okay.
I mean, yeah, on paper, Falcons and Shopify should just run through everybody. So
Yeah. Look, your turn. Who do you think your top 3?
Falcons Shopify? Yeah, no, I need to get back at Kapreme. I need to get back at him, and I cannot put him
For
there.
Death Notes.
I don't know, cause like it's weird. Every team has some sort of a reason for. I don't know. I guess 100 Thieves, VP, one of those two. Probably VP over 100 Thieves. I like their stuff.
VP over 100 Thieves. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Falcons, Shopify, probably in that order as well.
Don,
Then
did you hear
third
it?
one,
Wait. Don, did you hear it? Did you hear it? Noth likes us more than you. Let's go, Noth. That's my favorite.
no, that's a lie. I love it all.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite.
But he,
Noth
Nah.
is my favorite.
and third, I don't know actually. I think the top 3 one is harder. It could be a couple of different teams. I mean, maybe I should just go with like a dark horse then, like Stallions or something. But maybe, yeah, it. I'll just say Stallions. Even I'm not 100% about that one.
We're going to Stallions top 3 from Noth. Okay. So my top 3, I cannot tell. I think us and Shopify. The third, assuming 100 Thieves implodes, and I think it's gonna be 100 Thieves. I think it's us, Shopify, and 100 Thieves on paper. And if we will talk out of 100 Thieves, I have no idea who to put on in exactly. I think it's gonna be Envy, might be if not 100 Thieves. I think Envy
They
gonna
can
make
be there 100%.
yeah. I think gonna be in
I mean-
Envy if they figure it out because they have the coach.
Yeah.
The problem is, and nobody remembers with Talnej when he starts, it's always the team doing actually bad until they learn how to play the style that is fitting to that team, and it's just as slow as well. When you see, with all respect, the old TSM team that he was coaching is not a good team on paper as together. There is no IGL defined for the team. The 3 are not having the defined roles as well. They still did okay. They still did top 5 in one of the lands, and they still did okay during the BLGS, which in my opinion their team wasn't good. I might get a lot of hate on of this point, but I don't think they were even a top 5 and 8 team at that time, and they were doing top 5 and 8 team at that time. It looks like coach effort plus 3 good players. That's what it is. And now there is 3 very good players, 1 defined IGL, and 1 really coach that's gonna push them. My opinion, that's gonna how it is.
I am a big fan of Talmage. Outside of him being a friend, that's besides the point. I'm a big fan of his, and I said it when you did the Apex Awards. I think he should have been, or rather, he would have been higher up on the Coach of the Year votes if it wasn't for results. If we look at it, this year he made the 18 right before finals. They were a top 5 team in the world. Like, that's undisputable. And then Afterwards, he went to TSM, and then they got top 5. Like, he had 2 very good performing team in 1 year. That's not easy. It's very, very much not easy. He is very good.
True. Next topic. I think we are done on this one, right? I'm gonna show. Yeah, I'm gonna show a picture which was public information about who are the partner teams right now in EWC. And the question was from Mai actually. And who do we think that is not in Apex right now from those partner orgs that they are not in Apex yet? Because we know that Navi, for example, already signed a team right now.
Yeah.
So who do we think from those non-partners is going to come to Apex? Might come to Apex?
Can you just start crossing out all of them so it's easier,
Okay.
like the ones that we have right now?
So 100 Thieves has a team, Faze has a team, Fnatic has a team, Furia has a team, GG has a team. And we have Navi has a team, and IP has, Reject has, Falcons, Liquid, VP, and that's it. In my opinion, I think is this 100% coming in? Twisted Minds. Last time they did it. They will be doing it again.
Yeah.
Sentinels, C9.
C9, yeah, I was gonna say C9 as well.
C9, okay.
G2 maybe they just.
They said in the past. They said in the past. They said in the past. No, they don't want to come to Apex.
Okay.
That's what the. I think there wasn't. This is information from Nasky when they were like contacting teams in the past. And was one of them G2? I think they said they are not. They don't want. They're not interested in coming back. Who do we think?
I mean, the Chinese.
Weibo might come back.
Maybe.
True.
I mean, I would hope like Vitality or some other teams as well that haven't been here, but they're still like big orgs. Yeah. Maybe G2 is gonna pick up someone, but I feel like they usually go for long term, not like the 3 months contract just for EWC.
Onyx might pick up a Apex team or something.
Yeah.
Onyx, yeah. I mean, they were before in Apex, so might pick someone now from Apex South. Someone.
It would be cool to see like someone like T1, Genji, Bilibili, sign a team.
So
pretty cool.
Fun fact, we were talking about it in my stream a few days ago. Alex, who is our team manager from Falcons, we were talking about like who do we think, and then we started crossing teams like Vitality, like G2, like C9, G2, something else. We crossed like six teams, and he said he wants to leak so much, but he doesn't want to speak because he was speaking to 4 of those teams, and they were saying they are coming to Apex. They were like we crossed like eight teams. We crossed like 8 teams somewhere, and he was like, I don't want to be leaking, but he was like 4 of those teams. He was thinking they already confirmed they are coming back to Apex. It was like Wipo, Vitality, blah blah blah. It was like crossing so many teams, and then he was like, he talked to 4 of them, and they are Sentinels, and he said like he talked already, and the 4 of them are coming to Apex. I think Navi was one of them, and Navi already in Apex.
But then is the question, are you just coming for 3 months? Because then it's kind of like, they just pick up one of the qualified teams and like go with that. Then it's kind of sad. Who are others like the Saudi teams on there? Because I think all of those are going to pick up.
Yeah, it's a Twisted and Power and Power. Those are 2 Saudi teams.
Is it the only 2 on there?
The only 2 plus us.
Okay.
Plus us.
Really, I thought it was more Saudi teams.
No, it's only Power.
That was club partners.
No, it's only Power. I'm pretty sure it's only Power and Twisted Minds.
Would be cool to see Spirit also.
I might be wrong. Minar, do you have any information? Because you're Saudi, you should be. You should know more than me, but I'm very sure those are the only 2. Like no, only 3. It's us and them. Yeah. So it's only 3 teams.
Interesting.
I think that after the ALGS Open, because it doesn't really make sense to come inside Apex for the ALGS Open, because it's a high risk tournament. Realistically, it is, and it has a higher expense than other tournaments. So after the ALGS Open, we will see more teams getting signed.
Unless they sign an A team, doesn't cost them too much to do that trip.
Well, no, the thing is not the trip; it's the housing. And the return is way less guaranteed. Like, it's never guaranteed, obviously. But what if your signed team goes out in 60th place?
Let me talk about another topics now, and it's again orgs. We know that EMEA has 15 signed teams. Navi, GoNext, Z10, Cybercats, EXO, Legion, Alliance, GG, Faze, Forbidden, Aurora, Team Nemesis, NIP, and I am pretty good. VC Go is an org, and these are the teams. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. There is a 115th that I already myself missed, and they are 15th here.
Is there?
UA. No,
Huh?
UM is not.
No.
No, it's not Passion UA anymore.
No, I don't think any of the others are.
VC Go, I
orgs.
already have it. There were like 15s. I'm pretty sure we counted last time. It was 14, and plus Navi got signed. So,
Okay.
but anyway, might be. So we have a 14, let's say, team. NA has 10 teams. It has Falcons, Liquid. It has Shopify, Furia, 100 Thieves, NRG. Oh, now it's 11 with Empire signing. With Empire signing Weave, it's an 11. MV.
Yeah.
And VP, Complexity, and LG. They are only 11. This is the lowest for NA ever. What do we think about
Yeah, that's
that?
crazy.
This is the lowest for NA ever. What do we think about that? And do we think more teams gonna be entering Epics before the Open LAN, especially for NA?
Oh, before I don't know.
Especially for NA.
I mean,
Probably some, yeah.
the partnership program ending kind of just ruined a lot of opportunities for teams to come back in. Because I mean, it's like what Noth said earlier about like team banners or stuff in game for teams. Like, there's no like way to represent your favorite team while also like streamlining like income for the orgs and EA. Like, there's just no way to represent anything except for like going to a physical LAN or jerseys or whatever. But yeah, losing the partnership program definitely killed off having a good amount of teams like come back into Apex.
I mean, it's
So-
just so low return of investment for the orgs entering the game because EA is not helping with the orgs. Let's say they could just have, like CS have, like Pick'em. Do you know how much money that makes to the players and org? It's more than the
What-
winnings
what-
in
what-
CS,
what
and
is the
CS has
system?
millions.
What is the system?
So you buy like stickers in game, and then
Yeah.
you bet on teams how they're gonna do. And the longer they get into the tournament, because you have to buy the sticker every time and bet with it.
Yeah,
It's
problem
cheap
is the
though.
betting.
And the longer you go in the tournaments,
Hmm.
obviously the more stickers you're gonna sell because people can bet on you, and you get money for it.
Yeah, but the problem is it's a betting again. I think EA will never go for that. It's a
I
gambling.
mean, I
huh?
know.
It's a
I
gambling.
mean, you don't win money. You get what is it, like an in-game trophy, whatever. Like on your profile, oh, you got gold, you made it all the way, or silver or bronze.
Yeah.
I do not know about it.
So you can't like gamble and win something outside of the game with it.
Problem
So it's
is
more rooting for your team with it.
and EMEA now has more orgs because, in my opinion, there are some orgs that they are actually not an orgs compared to what NA, like what the cost of a team. There are, we can say like 3-4 orgs of EMEA do not really pay a fraction of a team in NA. All of these, let's say 3-4 orgs, not even paying as one org in NA pays for their teams. That's why we might have a lot of in as name orgs in EMEA, but as an money getting in is very few. I'm not gonna mention the orgs because that's not my business to get any problems with them. There are some orgs that they maybe pay $200 or $500. That's a fraction of a team in NA gonna get because a team in NA will never get signing with less than 3K. That's 6 teams in EMEA.
Wow,
This
that's
is
a great salary in EMEA.
500?
No,
Yeah.
no, no. You said 3K.
Yeah, 3K for compared to NA. I mean,
No, that's in
Yeah.
NA.
yeah,
Like,
and
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
you
And
can't get a
that's why I
team
said,
below
like,
that.
in EU.
even 2 to 3.
Yeah,
So-
EU would be good. If you can get 3K in EU, you should be happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you are not Alliance and if you are not GG and if you are not like teams that already made the multiple finals, like not finals but multiple top 3s or multiple top 5s and like consistent, you're not getting paid that much in EMEA. Rock'n'Roll is coming to comp. Coming in comp. What do we think about the map? And it's supposed that we want again, when we spoke at the beginning, like Kapreme said, he wished that there was like kind of changes to Broken Moon. And then I said, you need a feedback. This is type of feedback. It's a brainstorming feedback. And what do you think can be changed in the map that to make it better. You can tell me, I want to change the zipline speed when you are taking zipline. And like a zip rail, what's called like zip rails things in the map. I want to cut the zip rails from here to there because that's an actually spot. There is an ugly spot where people are actually going to third parties. Or I want to reduce chokes more, make it widen chokes more, to make it more entry, because some chokes are super small where you need to take a fight entering that chokes. You need maybe to widen it more, put more covers into that choke, because you can enter in, take a 3v3s, nobody can gatekeep you really, and that makes the game a little bit of a more interesting. Anything you think as an opinion about the map right now, how it is, suggestions of how to improve it, and what is the positive and negative parts of the map right now?
The zip lines are so bad.
Yeah.
It's like high risk and low reward, I would say. Like they need to do something with them, like put the 25% damage reduction when you take them, if you want to have them in the game. Because right now they're just useless. You take the most of those, you're dead.
Yeah, but you are rotating fast, right, at the early game, which is pretty much why they are there, right?
It depends on the POI, I would say.
Yeah,
there's
I mean-
some POIs that can use them, some definitely cannot. I would not want the 25% damage reduction because
It's gonna be broken.
I don't want him turning me from 500 meters for free.
Yeah, I don't want a free Pathfinder in the game just by the nature of the map.
No, but I like that though. Just nuke them and put tridents instead. But it's also bad on that map. I feel like it's too many chokes and stuff, so tridents would be bad.
And a lot of hills and mountains and stuff, like you cannot really.
Yeah, you can drive it around.
So many blind spots when you are on a high hill on the top. You don't understand from down what's above you waiting. So driving a trident is a death. It's like mostly bad. I think the super high differences in there is not good. But I don't like it. You need to be able to somehow design it in a way that you can know who is there. Right now you are walking in the map. So many times you don't see who is above you. You are just getting by surprise. I have no idea how you can design it. I think chokes are really not good. The chokes are really small. You need to make them wider or nuke some chokes, nuke some mountains, redesign some areas.
We need to nuke quarantine. That's what we need to do.
Quarantine.
The mountains, make them a bit lower around quarantine and stuff like that.
The quarantine area it's a nightmare. It's just a nightmare.
Also, maybe just remove the zip lines, add more balloons instead.
Which ones? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Zip lines around and just put in balloons instead. Like, how many do we have now? It's like Eternal Gardens. Where else do you have balloons on the map?
I don't think
We have
anywhere else.
Eternal Gardens is
it only that one? Yeah. So, like,
yeah.
add balloons instead and remove those zips. Sure, it was a cool thing for publics and yada yada, but for competitive, I don't like it. I feel like they're useless. But if you had high balloons that you can actually reach somewhere with, I think that's better.
Let's go here. So the zip rails, do you want all of them to be removed? Because I think this is, for example, is a very long zip rail. What I don't like in this game are the zip rails that they can connect huge areas with a huge, like someone from Atmos Station can rotate like this and be in here.
Yeah.
And with no issues, because nobody can kill you here unless this is here team.
They should definitely get rid of the some of the internal like zip rails that like the long ones, like the ones that you're circling. The ones that are like in the actual POIs, like quarantine. I don't think that's like necessarily a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, it really only leads to like 2 of like the hills. Same thing with like Terraformer. That one doesn't really do anything for anybody. There's no way for like anyone to like capitalize off anything in Terraformer.
So like removing that.
But like the one from Breaker Wharf down to Stasis is a bit problematic because like if there's congestion from like middle of the map, like Hazmat is rotating into Cliffside, or if Alpha Base is like essentially anything middle of the map, like Alpha Base, Stasis, Cliffside, Hazmat are probably good ones to get rid of, just so that like people aren't on top of one another in 2 seconds, and then the edge teams can be like, oh cool, like fighting, let me just take the zip rail and insta third party middle of the map.
I think if you keep the ones in the map in the POIs only and forget everything else like these, then you'll be fine. Something like
and add some balloons, I think.
And add some balloons, or add some even I forgot what they call like cannons.
Cannon, yeah.
Maybe, but like you don't need to be careful what type of cannons you are taking leaving. Like for example, instead of this zip rail, take a cannon that can take you here or take you here, whatever. But they don't give them the zip rail that can jump anywhere and try to third party everywhere. You know, that's the difference between cannon.
Yeah.
Between a cannon and zip rail. Zip rail cannot. Zip rail can let you third party anywhere you want, but cannon cannot do it. Cannon give you be a rotational things. Can even buff a POIs of a cannon, but don't make them broken. Don't make them broken.
Yeah.
I think I just like don't like those type of zip rails, but apart from that, I think in the POI itself, I don't mind them. Agree on that. I don't mind them. Just I hate this fact that they can go from anywhere to anywhere and do it. I think this is one. Second is apart from the things, what do you want in this map to be changed? Balloons, okay.
More cover,
Balloons?
like more just natural terrain. I think like POIs like core are really hard to work through.
Yeah. More covers in the open
Terraformer
phase.
like is Terraformer has like a lot of like the like waterfalls and rocks and stuff, but still like from point A to B, like there's just so much dead space that like they should be covering with rocks or
there are some rocks, but not
or-
enough. There are here like some rocks in that spot. What you're talking about, I understand, but they are not enough. I think this is the best spot in Terraformer's area in part of in case of covers. So more covers in areas. Do you have anything against the chokes themselves?
There's definitely too many.
Yeah.
I think especially middle of the map like Quarantine, just because of the way that the mountains are built, like evacing is not necessarily. Obviously, if there's like a super niche evac spot, then you can, but you have to force through the chokes, and then the cliffside ramp up to Quarantine is relatively hard to push through. So I mean, there's just a bunch of like super high ground and then choke points, so they definitely should look to remove like a good amount of them.
What do you think as well, guys?
I don't like when it's like uphill into a choke. That's horrible. Because let's say you have to fight uphill and it's a choke. It's like your game is basically over. Like
that's for example.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's a
like
small,
those ones.
and it's a small choke. Like if it was something like that, then it's a fine. One team cannot hold it. You can't take a fight in it. I think this is one of the issues I have in it. Second, it's like some of the chokes. First of all, being downhill to uphill chokes where you get forced maybe to get gate kept and you don't know, you cannot do anything against it. Mountain is too high to be evacing off it. It's just like something that you cannot do against. Second, what I don't like are how the chokes are designed. They are a little bit of dead spaces in between that you cannot see too much stuff. Like I like it chokes like coming from Monument into Harvester. Like those chokes can show you everything in front of you, show you everything what you need to expect. It's a chokes that can allow you to scout a little bit in front of you, whatever it is. Here, it's a lot of this type of chokes where you don't see and you don't know what you are entering. A lot of this
they can just be ratting.
Exactly, and this is what the parts which I don't like about the maps as well. Positive parts on the map, in my opinion, loot.
Yes and no.
Not horrible.
Yeah,
not
yes and
horrible.
no. Yes
not
and
horrible,
no.
but not.
Sometimes.
Yeah, but it's like not a worth edge type of loot. In some POIs. Second is I hate those type many small POIs on the left side of the map. Like those surpass, underpass, solar pods, and stone. They're bad. They don't have anything.
I agree.
Buff them a little bit.
Yeah, I mean that what I was gonna say about the loot, like the loot distribution is just horrible on the map.
Yeah.
Some POIs, like let's say Quarantine, for example, has a ton of loot. Then you get the solar pods. You loot like 3 bins each and like 12 loots, like loot spawns or something. It's like so bad. And then you have, I'm pretty sure that one has 1 arsenal. A POI like that, make it stronger then, like fast rotating, like put in 3-4 arsenals or something at least if you don't want to buff the loot. So you at least get good guns with attachments and then you can rotate.
Yeah,
it is bad, but I mean, I like that they has 20 ring consoles on the map, which is good. That's a good start compared to other maps.
Yes.
Especially like the Arsenal's thing, especially now that everyone is gonna be running a combination of 3 guns, right?
Arsenal gonna help.
It's gonna be helpful.
Arsenal gonna help. It's true. So we have the.
Spaceport sucks so bad. I don't know about that one.
I
Like
think
going
Spaceport
Spaceport
is not bad.
when you rotate, you're gonna hit like 15 arsenals.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. So if you play Edge, you're gonna be stacked as long as you don't get zone on you.
Yeah.
Then you're.
Yeah.
The issue is if you get a team like EXO on Dragulch, that is gonna play to fight you every game.
Yeah, they will be chasing you the whole map.
Oh, so you're saying Alliance should always go Dragul's first pick, and then we just kill anyone who goes. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because EXO is
EMEA
actually
be ready
chasing.
next week.
I mean, it's not like they can shoot back with what loot,
I like
with what shields.
I like Spaceport. I don't think it's a bottom 10. I think it's a, but not top. I think it's 10th, somewhere like this, around this one in the map. It's not horrible. It's not the top, but it's.
I mean,
okayish, yeah.
Yeah. Dragul like gatekeeping you. I mean, then you just go east. I'm just responding to Groundwish. Then you just go to core instead. You just gotta wait for them to loot up because they're gonna loot way slower than you. But then you can just walk in there, and then you're gonna have. I'm pretty sure they have like 5 or 6 arsenals. You have like 5, including the Shokes, or 6. So that means you're gonna have 12 potential arsenals in 2 POIs, which means you're probably gonna have like purple mags, so you're stacked for the fights.
Mm-hmm. So,
Yeah, I agree with actually, I think it's 11th on list of POIs.
something like this. Yeah.
It's around there. The issue is it's so fast at looting it. Like it's so fast looting it. It would be so much better if it was slow.
Mm-hmm.
Like
It's only dry culture is annoying you sometimes, but
yeah,
it's not. It's not bad. I don't
like
think.
Dragulch having a timing on you sucks.
Mm-hmm.
You were faster than them for some reason. You're behind them.
Yeah.
If they inverted the position even of those two, it would be way better.
We finished Broken Moon. Anyone wants to add anything on Broken Moon?
Not really. They need to just hopefully at least implement things slowly. I mean, it definitely needs a lot of changes, but if they can work piece by piece, then that'd be great.
It needs to get a lot of changes. They are ready to change stuff as well. Sweeney, you talking about it right now because everything works on this map. If you are just inting some people and people don't know the map well, it will work good for the inters. But when people learns how to play the map, it's not gonna work really too much to you, and they will change your mind. The map is still horrible state. It needs a very, very, very good changes, and needs a good changes, and hopefully it will happen, and then we will have a good map.
I mean, what I'm praying for is they're patching a lot in the game, especially with balances and stuff like that, with weapons, legends, all this. I hope they start doing this with maps as well, because with maps they're not doing that. Like it's like once in a year or something ish per map, because they rotate them.
Yeah.
Like I would guess, because we haven't had E-District now, it's not even in the files. Like you can't find the map at all, anything about it. So I'm praying they're doing changes to it as well. Some changes.
We already had them to talk today about some positive changes and whatever could be helpful. So we will see if they will be, if people agrees, because they might
More cover, please. More
cover. Might be good enough. We will see. We will see how the map will be played. Next one is there is no World's Edge. What needed?
Thank God.
What did World's Edge need, and they didn't give all this time.
I mean, some loot, of course, but other than that, I think it was in a good state. But we've played it for 5 years, and it's getting kind of stale. Doing the same over and over and over and over.
It's just boring at this point.
Yeah, it's old. There's only like 2, 3 maybe decent POIs. Everything else is just like 2 cells and they needed to just overhaul the whole map, but they just haven't. So definitely just stale.
There's not many issues there.
The flow of the map is great. Like, I mean, it's obviously like muscle memory at this point for majority of the teams. But yeah, the POI disparity is pretty bad on that map.
Good.
And replying to your chat, you can't really compare this game to CS. Like in CS, they can play up to 7 maps, right? But it's a pick, like they ban and like stuff like that as well. You don't do that in Apex. You're just forced onto maps.
Yeah, there's no ban system for maps. I mean, there's also just RNG, and it's a battle royale, so like you can't really factor. Like it's kind of easier to make like arena shooter maps because you just hold an angle and shoot, and it's very simplistic compared to BR.
Yeah.
As BR, you have to worry about rotates and the loot that you get and how you want to play the game and what comps you can play and blah 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 blah. Like there's too many factors like to account for.
Next question is accelerator weapons. Accelerator weapons. They are now rotating into them.
Busted.
What do we think? Which weapon should have been actually getting this love? Because P20 was already really good, right? Now we are
Bad guns should get them.
Yeah, now
All the bad off-meta guns should have them, and more guns than like 2-3. You know,
Yeah.
30-30.
just put it on Alternator, RE45, you name it. Like all these guns that no one even picks up, just put it on them so they maybe
I
get
don't
played.
know. I don't know about those because I don't think they would get played, but something like 30-30, where it's G7 is better, but it's not good. 30-30 sucks. You can still run a 30-30 and have success with it.
because
Something like that is the step behind being good.
the thing is, what I remember, somebody posted this one on my Discord, and when we were talking about like why the weapons were actually this, there was on Reddit stuff, and they said like a little peek behind the curtains. In early testing of accelerator weapons, we tried adding the accelerator hop up onto lower performing weapons like RE45, 30-30. In short, we found that despite this delicious cookie of extra ultimate and evo gains, the accelerator weapons still were not being used, as this was the first time we have added the hop up coming to default into it. We wanted it to be strong and utilized, blah blah, and so on. So that's why they changed. The car was our true middle of the pack weapons and so on. Good. That means, reading into this, they wanted to put it in a stronger weapon, so they are making sure they are getting played. But the next question is, they could have put it in so many other weapons right now, and they would have been played. If they made it, if they didn't touch, let's say EVA 8, and they made it R99, would people go R99 or and they removed it from Scout and removed it from Nemesis? Would people go R99 or would people go EVA 8? If they put it only as SMG only. If they made it SMG only, they wanted to play SMG.
Yeah.
I think
R99
Eva still, but
R99 core and Volt.
You could have an argument. You could have an argument for running R9. Like you would not be 100% trolling. But even if you added it, I don't know, to the Rampage.
No,
That
if they put it to the Rampage, people will play Rampage EVA 8. The why I'm saying it, actually, it is only SMG, so people don't run a second weapon with EVA 8. So if you run it like this, people will be playing EVA 8 or SMG.
I think it depends on what legend, to be honest, as well.
I think you need to play R99 in this case.
Depends on legend, though. I feel like.
If you're playing Gibby, like
there is no Gibby. There is no Gibby.
There's no Gibby.
In our region, they banned Crypto Mag at some point, so there is Gibby at that point.
I mean, still no Gibby. I don't know.
But that's because we go play 8 games, though. So we have more
that was before. Yeah. That was before the 8 games. It was like on game 5 we had Crypto Mag banned, and I was like, we played Newcastle Gibby Rampart. In 2025.
People will definitely pro the SMGs if they all had the excels, but it would just depend. Like it would probably just be R9 over anything else if they didn't nerf Eva.
Yeah. Okay, if they nerfed her Eva in a very little, that it's actually
people run R99 then.
100%. So why would we not even play it on something else? Like, or let's say you don't make it on R99, you make it only on Car Vault, plus choose a weapon that is AR 30-30 if you want it to be played. 30 they're gonna be playing running 30-30 R99, or people are gonna be and 30-30 don't buff it in this way, and people might gonna be Scout Car or Nemesis.
With this, we're trying to create more diversity now as we're talking, right? That means put it on the snipers. We barely have snipers in play.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Like, why should a 30-30 Scout Nemesis have it? That everyone is going to run anyways because it's the best guns for middle range, which gives you entries. While, let's say a sniper, you barely use that in a fight. It's like stealing kills far away, maybe get an entry shots.
No charge rifle.
Yeah, no. Because then it's going to be smart. All the zone teams will be running that.
Yeah, please,
but let's say you have it on Sentinel, for example.
Or
Or
you
Longbow.
put it on Hemlock even. That gun sucks.
Hemlock,
But, with
Flatline,
Accelerator.
R3.
They think they would not be. It will not be played because from their experience, it wasn't played before. This is what their
Yeah, but-
argument was.
Yeah, but their experience is never mind. But
Yeah.
it's just different. Like they're
You don't
changing
need a
what
hop up.
it's Wingman Volt now and P20. So who's gonna pick up a Wingman for range now for Excel weapon
Yeah.
versus like what it used to be NEM G7, like completely different usage.
Let's remember that also playtesting, like, it depends if they want Accelerator guns to be run all over the place or if they want it running competitive. I don't think they would be prioritized in non-competitive scenarios.
Okay.
Because if you're playing pubs, you're playing what's fun. Like,
Yeah.
I play Sentinel Kraber in 3 strikes or pubs. Like,
You are one of your
what
kind.
are we talking about? Hey. And so
'Cause you are
we
ruder.
need to look. We need to look at competitive, in my opinion, and that's where you make people make a choice. And if we are basing ourselves off of playtesting that is not done by professional players, we end up with situations like Gibby Newcastle, where we somehow allowed an infinite cycle of unbreaking shields to go through, and it took 5 minutes for pro players to figure it out.
Do we go for the next one? Which we finished competitive, but it's gonna be. There are 2 parts. One of them is we will do a coaches tier list together. It's gonna
Okay.
be.
Okay.
It's gonna be a coaches tier list. By the way, it's very interesting. It's one of the longest podcasts I have done so far. It's already
Yeah.
2 hours 40. I've never done this podcast, but it's a lot of topics because we haven't done podcast in like
Yeah.
I don't know 3 months, 2 months. So it's
But it's nice because Apex is finally in
in a good state.
its right state. Like
Yeah.
it's going well.
Yeah.
It shows that they did some change in management or wherever, and good choices. Keep it up.
So tier list together. Only competitive tier list. Nothing else matters. It's only like comp. So who do we think is getting the S classes? S class for this?
Shelter Newcastle.
Ash, what do we think? All of you two guys,
Yeah, Ash-
do we agree
Ash
on
for
Ash?
sure.
For comps, you said, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
competitive.
Yeah.
Ash,
100%. I agree.
Ash, Alter, and what?
Newcastle.
Newcastle. Okay. What do we go for the A?
Wait, to be fair, do you put Newcastle on S or A?
This is what the
I
question
would
comes.
probably put it on A.
He's
Yeah,
either low S or high A. He's
I
one of the
think
two.
put him high A then, like first on A, I would say.
Yeah, I
Yes.
mean he's up there. The other two are insane, but he does
Yeah.
do everything.
Mhm.
He's insane.
So we are going for an Ash and an S class. Alter is an S class with all the changes that Alter got right now. She's in a very good state. Then we go
Yeah.
for Newcastle on A. Okay.
Then
Cat,
probably Rape as well, or Cat as well.
Wraith,
Wraith,
Brave Cat on A for sure as well.
Wraith and Cats are in the A level.
Yeah,
Rape.
I mean, I would even say Cat could be S
It is what I
because if you
was
think
asking.
about you need a ring console legend.
Yes.
Which
Yeah.
one do you pick?
Yes. Yes.
And because you need to think about that as well. So I would put Cat up there as well on S. I don't know about you guys, but
yeah, I would
I
put Cat
would
on
put
this.
her below Newcastle personally, but that might
You
be
would?
personal preference. Yeah,
if you
like-
think about you're gonna build a comp and you need a ring console, which legend do you pick for the ring
It-
console?
it
Because
is-
that
oh,
one
yeah.
becomes an S.
It is a cat. It is a cat. The one
Yeah.
that you need to be go for.
I
Going
mean,
for.
yeah, she's the best like aggressive control character, and
Is
Mhm.
the pretty much
Yeah.
not the only,
Yeah.
but almost.
Yeah, I mean, you have Fuse as well. That is good for
Yeah,
aggression.
Yeah, but
but-
he's technically not a ring legend. Technically not mainly ring. Crypto is S. Sorry, A.
Okay.
Definitely.
Crypto is an A. Crypto
Yeah.
is A for you. Good.
Yeah,
Well,
I agree.
Has to be.
Do we
Yeah,
have
I mean-
any more A's in here? Okay, we have a lot of good legends so far. We can
Maybe
I can just
maybe
list,
Bang.
I can list
Yeah.
the good legends. Let's say
Like,
these are the good legends
Fuse.
so far. And who else do we have? Like I think Revenant is not horrible so far. Watson is a really good legend too. And I mean this is not horrible, not horrible. So
Well,
think-
depending on map.
Valk
And
depending on
bans.
map, yeah.
Yeah.
So who deserves to be bottom A maybe or no A?
Bottom A,
Nope.
I would say Bangalore.
Yeah.
Then I would not put more on A. I mean, Fuse is up there. The thing is, as soon
I
as
would-
this is for us, though, like
Yeah.
as soon as Cat is banned, we are going Fuse.
Fuse, but
yeah, but like you're going Fuse for the ring. That's I think.
Yeah.
If you were to consider Fuse for anything else, like he's good,
Oh,
right? But
Wait. When we do this tier list now, are we not thinking like who can do ring console and
yeah,
UAV?
absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah,
for-
okay.
I think, in my opinion,
Watson?
Watson should be a little bit up higher. First of all, assaults are having a lot of nades. Second is,
Yep.
if crypto now is getting to be played more because of a Wraith, then you need a third legends to be playing with. From certain POIs, you can play
Yep.
Watson. Second, you'll be a lot of EMP shit happening around, so Watson gonna be compensating you for some stuff. She is maybe bottom A or higher B.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
this
definitely
gonna be here or there.
higher
Depends on-
B potentially, but
Yeah, I don't think we are ever gonna play her. But
Yeah.
if we think overall in a lobby, I think
Same this one.
Probably
This
high
one has
B.
this one has a value now because of crypto. Because of crypto Wraith Caustic is one of the comps that you can run. One of the comps that you can run because it was always a comp that you could run in the past.
I agree. But would you put it over Watson? I don't think so.
No. I think
No,
Watson.
no.
I think Watson is
Definitely
Watson I think is a better legend. Yes.
So Caustic down to C then, probably, if you wanna take Caustic right
Same.
now.
Okay.
Yeah, I would put like Maggie over Caustic.
Yeah.
Even.
Okay. So we can sort it afterwards. But do we have anyone that is deserves to be in A and he's not in A so far?
In A now.
No more in A. Like no one
Nah,
is in
that should be
A.
enough for A.
Okay. So where is Ballistic for you?
B.
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 Fuse
Yeah.
as well for me. Yeah.
B.
Yeah,
Where do
I
we
agree.
go? Where do we go for Valk?
Probably B also.
I'd put, I don't know. Valk is like only decent for like Broken Moon, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I meant
Mm.
before with map. It's only depending on the map.
Yeah,
Uh,
like on
And Bam,
Broken Moon,
of course.
she's insane,
yeah.
and then she loses value.
I mean, put her on C then, I guess, because it's specific map. It's not like on all of them.
Yeah.
She's also good on Stormpoint, but PO dependent.
Okay. So we will go for Valk in B.
Yeah, she's either low B or high C.
Yeah, I put
Nice.
her high C just because. I mean, I
She's
don't
not-
really see her being utilized on other
On
maps.
other
but-
maps, so it's like choose one map better.
Yeah.
And in that map, I don't think. Yeah, I think the map that would be good. In ED, it should not be good because you have a even alternative, which is like Alter, gonna be
Yeah.
played
I mean-
better around.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends
I mean, if you,
how far you can go into mountains with Alter.
Yeah, you
Because
don't
they
go
changed it
so
now.
you don't go so much. Mountains are
Oh,
so.
well, they changed it now to 30 meters.
I know, but
Well, 28, but like
so
yeah.
many mountains are 40. There are some spots though. Good. Where do we go with Revenant? Do you think Revenant is good for comp?
we don't know yet, though, right?
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
don't know.
No idea.
We know patch notes. This is a patch notes comp tier list.
I mean, maybe.
Mm.
I don't know, like E. I have no clue. There's
No,
just not that
definitely
much.
higher.
Probably
He-
D
Higher?
then.
He
Yeah,
is,
probably D,
he's
yeah.
either D or bottom C. Because I don't see a
Yeah,
lot of legends here good enough. I mean, there are some
Like,
better
the thing
other
is-
ones.
The thing is, he can be good, but how do you build a comp with him?
I mean, you saw it with APAC, no?
We told you. We
With
told you.
Alter and Pap.
Path, Rev, Alter. Just go for
Yeah.
it. Play this.
Yeah,
just
and
like
then you get zone on you and
No,
you
it's
cry.
it's int. It's int, my friend. If it gets zoned
Yeah,
in
you-
you, run away from zone. What do you mean?
I mean,
Yeah.
you go for 10 plus kills, you squad wipe 3 squads, top 15. There you have 10
Yeah.
points. 10 points average per game. Easy. But you're not going to win match point with it, though.
No.
No, you are not. You're not. So, okay, what do we go with Maggie?
I would say a C as well, or
Yeah,
around there.
see.
Because it's like, if you think about bans, when the Assault Legends are banned and Ballistic get banned, then people are going to play Maggie.
Mm-hmm.
And Crypto Maggie is a pretty good combination.
I think you can add one more to B, but let's see later who do we want to promote to B. I think we can go 4-4-4-4-4. to get in. Who is the worst
Yeah.
legend that has to go the last tier of F
Octane.
automatically?
No, Octane has a pod.
Octane has
And-
2 pads now. Imagine.
Three even if you get enough.
3. Yeah.
It's like,
I would argue that
insane.
Bloodhound is worse than Octane.
I'm not gonna lie. I put Gibby pretty far down because of cryptos. Like I don't know.
E?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably something like that.
He's
Yeah.
down there.
Gibby's like only on SP towards the end of like I don't know 5-6 if like crypto gets banned, then you have like a car. But other than that, it's kind of
Yeah, but then you probably have the Maggies, and Maggies are just gonna you. I remember I saw some scrim when Hal was a team so hard at being holy.
Yeah.
He drilled the car like the bubble, and
Yeah,
casted the ball, and everyone just died. It's like okay, nice.
What about the 2 other worst legends? Worst legends in F.
I mean,
Is it
Conduit.
Conduit is ass.
Conduit,
What about Loba after the nerf as well? I mean, she's
Loba
low.
is-
It's the heal nerf, right?
Yeah, 25
Or-
still 50.
Yeah.
She's still better than Conduit, and
Yeah.
like
And who else? The
at
worst.
least she does something.
Bloodhound?
Bloodhound is
Bloodhound
the worst.
belongs down there.
Bloodhound is the worst legend.
Okay.
At least in my
Okay.
opinion.
What about Vantage where it goes? Behind
Vantage is
behind or better than
above.
Gibby?
Oh,
Behind Gibby.
Behind
behind,
Gibby.
yeah.
Okay, where
Yeah.
do we go with Pathfinder? In front or behind? It means D or about top E or behind D?
D
Probably
is gonna
D.
have
Sure.
skirmisher passive.
Okay,
D.
Good.
Definitely D.
good. So he's a D. What about Loba? Vantage behind in front.
E probably.
E? Behind Vantage or in
Yeah,
front?
after
probably the
Gibby.
highest of E, to be honest.
No, I would say after Gibby, because Gibby on Stormpoint can technically net you some points. Loba
Yeah.
doesn't net you anything. Loba,
Pretty in
you're a
between.
parasite.
Okay.
And remember that you're gonna have Alter.
Good.
Right? You're gonna steal
But-
loot.
Yeah, but Alter
Oh.
gets banned early, I think.
Oh. So you want to put it behind Gibby, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
do
Okay.
that.
Either it's whatever.
I don't know.
What's Horizon?
Yeah, whatever. Does it.
What's Horizon?
Probably high
I-
D.
Yeah, I was hoping we can see her at C, but I don't think so.
It depends on
Either
her.
low. If it's on C, it's low C.
Yeah, I mean,
depends on her
after
landing,
Caustic-
like
Is she
the armor
better-
that she gets. But
Is
Yeah.
she better than Pathy or worse? That's the question.
value-wise, Pathy is probably more important for console, and I mean they're also buffing them and G7 and 3030. So Horizon, I don't necessarily know. Like Pathy is a refrigerator, and Horizon just is in the air getting shot. So I don't know. But value-wise, I'd rather have Pathy.
Yeah, I mean, we can swap them.
Yeah.
Where? Pathy and
Party instead
Pathy,
of Horizon.
okay, good. We will be promoting one to B later when we finish because we have to make 4-4-4-4. Otherwise, or even someone worse. Is it? What do we think?
Okay.
Because 3-3, we will have like some legends still left to do.
Yeah.
Or
I
we
think-
can even add more to F if you think. Doesn't matter, but we might be promoting. We'll see. Lifeline.
Probably
Lifeline
around.
has to be D. Like D.
Yeah.
Yeah, like high D, low C. I don't know, because
Yeah.
honestly, her like ability to heal your teammates, like this is like super late, like game 5-6, like worst case.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe high D.
I think I like Lifeline, especially versus crypto teams. Like so much I like
Yeah.
Lifeline versus crypto teams. Just getting EMP'd, you instantly drop the ult and
Yeah,
heal.
it's good.
Yeah. I mean, you said we had to promote, right? So I would
Yeah.
put Fuse up to B, then put Lifeline in C.
Lifeline in C,
Yeah, and put Fuse up to the
Maggie.
B.
Maggie to B. Okay.
Fuse is already in B.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I meant that. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
Rampa.
the
I
question.
think the D is in order. Rampart, Revenant, Mirage, Horizon. Or Rampart, Mirage.
Okay, I'm putting these names like this, and then we will be rearranging them based on a values what we
yeah.
think it is. But we definitely will be maybe swapping around stuff. But we're just putting
Yeah.
something. Where do we think Revenant is? Is worse than, or better than Horizon? This is the question should be, or better or worse
Better,
than
I
Gibby?
think.
Better than
Better.
Horizon. What about Rampart? Is it better or worse than Pathfinder? Better or worse than Caustic? That's the question.
Mm,
I think she's worse than
Probably-
Caustic.
I think if there is a castle, Inchi is better than Caustic.
Yeah, I mean Castle, if he doesn't get
Yeah,
banned, I don't know. The only issue is Crypto Maggie, Fuse. I mean Ballistic. Like, I mean I would put Rampart like high D, just
High
for
D-
like
high D,
console
okay.
value. But
We will be checking around afterwards. What about Mirage?
Maybe I would put Rampart over Lifeline. and
Mm,
over path. Yeah.
I think we need to get some other legends down. I think I like the option of Lifeline versus cryptos as a crypto
Yeah,
direct counter.
it's a good counter. Nothing to say about that.
Crypto teams can do no to you, but the only problem with the Lifeline is her ult is a million years cooldown.
Yeah.
This is the biggest issue of her ult. Million years cooldown.
I mean, crypto team can just bait it and then get crypto back with an accelerator too, and then
yeah, that's why I'm
like
saying like,
GG's next push.
yeah. If you have the same cooldown and you have things, I think it's better if you have a Lifeline over crypto. But so far is problem with the cooldown. But I don't think the crypto teams are that smart. Most of them are just like GG GoNext. Like they don't have big thoughts of doing whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
Let's go for the next. Good.
I mean,
Mirage.
Mirage
So-
probably D and
Yeah.
Seer E.
Where do you want to? Okay, we put him here, and then Seer is E. Good.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so are we convinced with our S? Do we think someone needs to be promoted or like just put down? I think an Ashe is the most broken. Alter on the papers is insanely good.
And Cat is very needed
Cat
as well.
isn't needed
as
for
a ring
comp.
console.
I still think Newcastle is S tier, like low S.
Mm,
Like he's too good. Like he does everything.
I mean,
Mm.
agree.
If you guys don't agree with it, it's fine. Like we all know that I'm a
I
big
think
Newcastle
I
fan.
think if you want to speak like this, then you need to have those legends, all of them, yes, because all of them are
No,
needed.
because
But you don't know, it
Newcastle is
depends on
slightly
what you
better
need.
than crypto.
It depends on what you need to be playing with. But
Right.
Castle, you want it to be an S or you want to stay at an A?
I would say an A, like first A. But then it is like Wraith versus like crypto. I'm not sure which one I think is better.
Wraith versus
I
Crypto.
almost think crypto because you can play it with so many different
Yeah.
comps.
But Wraith is gonna be so broken.
I know, yeah. She's gonna be broken as well.
So broken. So broken.
But then it's the question: do you think Bang belongs to those three though? That's the question.
This exactly. Do we wants to be Bang in, or do you wants to get another controller legend in over that? Because the first three priorities gonna be if Ashe is getting banned. After that is at second two priorities is those. Bang not gonna get the third, but the second prio after Ashe. That's why I'm saying Bang might be somewhere out. But then you need the controller legends that's gonna be played when this one is banned. That's the value how it goes, right?
Yeah, I agree.
And who do you think is it like a Watson?
For me,
It's Fuse.
I think for I was gonna say for us, for me, it's Fuse 100% that goes up to like behind Aiden.
It's Fuse
But-
because Newcastle is still in play.
But Fuse is versus Newcastle. What do you do to him?
No, it's more that you don't play Watson because Newcastle is in play.
Yeah. Okay.
If you're not
It's
like
not like-
Kachera.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like they do exactly the same thing, but you're better off having Newcastle, I think.
What about
I think
Ballistic?
he's more flexible.
I think Ballistic is too low, but like the problem is these are now a lot of legends in the game.
I would
There's
put
a
lot of,
Ballistic over
like-
Watson.
Ballistic
Ballistic?
or Watson, yeah, I agree.
I think so.
Ballistic ends up being good when Cat is kind of out, because then you can just speed boost through everything. I mean, unless people are like hard playing Watson, but there's rarely like any teams that are playing Watson.
Are we convinced with the Watson over Maggie or Maggie over Watson as value?
I think
Yeah,
depends.
what-
It depends on what's banned.
Yeah, Watson's value is like really good, just because of the assault stuff, but like grenades and whatever. But
Maggie got banned. I got nerfed with nerf of Eva. With Eva nerf. Eva nerfed a little bit of Maggie as well. How you play Maggie? That's a little bit of yeah. So
Mhm.
I
I'm
think it's
thinking if it might be that Rampart is above Pathfinder and Lifeline.
I think
Like, it
Rampart
might
is
be
up.
that the order that we invert Pathfinder and the Rampart to position.
Yeah,
And,
might
like
be.
Pathfinder goes to D.
Yeah, that seems to be yeah. So B we are convinced. C is Valk that much better than any other ones above below her? Might be, yeah.
Yeah.
Is Valk better than Rampart and better than Caustic? Is she gonna be played? Because yeah, 1, 2, 3, not sorry, 4 are taking the spot of the, let's call it rotational legend. I'm gonna call it like this.
Yeah,
And then those are gonna be in the play and then the fourth is gonna be 1, 2, and whoever gonna get the third, right? So if you are playing this, you might even say, okay, I want to be running something else with the crypto than all these legends. I'm gonna make a no fuse. We're going to play this one, Rampart. We're gonna be playing with a crypto caustic. I don't know how Valk is gonna enter the game for the future.
It's only on Broken Moon though, where you could pick it above some other.
And this,
Especially if you come in from edge, because then you can just fly over mountains. If you like someone is holding you out, for example. I know, like let's say you need to get into quarantine and people are just holding you out, then you just Valk ult over and you're fine.
Yeah.
I think we are now getting to the part where we are talking about niche.
Yeah.
With Valk, Caustic, Rampart, and Lifeline.
True.
Like they're all niche to me.
Those
and
all
the
of them
rest
are
is,
like
yeah. And then from D onwards, it's okay. We're in game
doesn't
8.
matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah. So the thing is, C is gonna be Valk, Caustic, Rampart, and Lifeline. Then Pathy, Revenant. Is Revenant not underrated with D? Shadow will disagree. No?
What's right?
I mean, potentially you could actually swap it with like Ramparts. I would say, like with the C.
I think Revenant.
That's because I
might be
hate
very
Rampart.
good. I also hate Rampart. I think she sucks.
Yeah, we would never play Rampart.
She has some technically parts that overkit that can be helpful, but I don't think she's good at all. But I haven't seen anything of Revenant yet, so can't say for sure.
So next one is Horizon, Pathy, Mirage. We agree on that placement. Nothing below them is better. Under each other
Mirage
might be.
Ring.
Yeah. Gibby, Loba, Vantage, and Seer. Do we like their placement, or should anyone go to F, or should anyone go up?
I think
maybe
E and F are both.
Yeah, like I don't really care about E. Like, if you're telling me, okay, you have to play these, I'm like, oh no, random.org. Like, I'm just gonna simulate what I find. Well, I'm gonna play Vantage because she has a ring, but
no helmets, just 2-tap blue armor.
Then I think we have it already done. This is we have already a post for my Twitter later. Woohoo! It's a coaches tier list. Let's go.
Let's see if it's gonna be real in like 2-3 weeks.
Let's see if it's gonna be real. Yes. So now we finished this tier list. There is a last one, which gonna be a very the last one very fast. It's gonna be 1v1. You choose who wants to play against who, and then I can tell you what the game is.
Okay.
So let's put the 3 names. We will be the person that's gonna be chosen is the one that's gonna be sitting with me and not playing, and the other 2 will be playing. Okay. Let's see.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Kapreme gonna be watching with me. Let's go. Good. It's a Noth.
Now we're getting in the range.
It's a Noth versus Liuq. I'm going to drop you a letter, and you need to drop me immediately a player's name from Pro League. Doesn't matter, EMEA, NA, Epic North, Epic South, whatever, doesn't matter. Or a legend's name or a weapon name. The first that speaks it, me and Kapreme are the referees right now. Gonna say, okay, it's 1 point for Noth or 1 point for Liuq. And then we keep counting, okay?
Okay. How many are we doing?
We are doing 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And if you have a letter, and so if you have a 5 versus 5, then a 5 to 5, then you can make a one letter extra. So we're starting with Kapreme. Focus your ears with me so you can see who's. And the letter is B.
Bangalore.
Oh, yeah.
One. So
I was just thinking names of players. I was like, B.
We have.
Oh yeah, I have Blast in my team. Oops.
Yeah, Bangalore over Blast.
Okay, the youngers will win. My money is on him because he's young.
Thank God I didn't say. Sure. I don't even know a player with the name B because I couldn't think of anyone.
That would have been mad.
Okay, next letter is Y.
Y.
MCA.
If you
Yuka.
Yuka. Yeah.
Let's go. Look,
I should have said Yuki. Holy.
Oh, Yuki, a new team. Okay, next letter is C.
Catalyst.
Oh, I shouldn't be. You are old man like me. You cannot beat him.
Yeah.
You cannot beat him. Next letter is L.
Liuq.
Liuq, yeah. Lippen. But you're not a player. You said pro league player, right?
I mean, yeah, true.
Lippen.
Yeah,
I mean,
fair.
if you want, you
No,
got it.
it's fair. It's fair. Not a player.
It's a true. So, next one is D.
Dig vibes.
I mean, he's PL now.
Is he in
Yeah.
PL?
He qualified.
Yeah.
He qualified.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Okay. And the next one is K.
Okay.
Holy.
Did Cap 3 qual as a player?
Huh?
Mm-mm.
I mean,
Top three.
Kapreme, you
Yes,
can't
he is,
say.
he is.
Not Kapreme, but Cap 3. They are,
I mean, he did, yeah. But Kashira. Kashira.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
One more. Then this one is not for any one of you. That's good. No. So, Kraber is a weapon as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
true. Oh, yeah, we can.
I mean,
do that
there's a
too.
lot on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Kimchi as well.
Kimchi.
From
Oh, yeah.
Kapreme's
Kimchi.
team.
So, okay. Next letter is this one. Nobody takes a
Keon
point
as
for.
well.
This one doesn't. Nobody takes this point for it for the K. So we go for
Okay,
the
okay.
next letter is J.
JMW.
He is a PL. He
Cool,
was a
that-
PL. That's fine. Fair enough.
I could only think of J-Hawk. And
Okay, next one is. I mean, he's coming back. He's coming back. He's coming back. All people are coming
the
back from
score?
behind. So it's a
What's the
4-2.
score?
It's a 4-2 to you.
okay.
Next one is H.
What?
Huh?
Henchman?
H.
Well, what did
H.
you
H. 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 H.
Oh, okay. I
Henchman.
mean, he already said one.
Yeah, Luca.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a hackies. It's HAL. It's everything.
Yeah. I just didn't hear what you said first, and then he already
Yeah,
said. One, so.
Oh,
no,
shit.
then
Then we repeat it. Then we repeat it. Then we repeat it.
Okay.
We repeat. Next letter is A.
Hey. Alter. Well, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Legends, weapon, or players.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one is
Arkis.
it's a 4-3. It's a 4-3. It's alternator. It's many things you can say.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one is T.
30-30.
30-30.
Rev stacks.
Uh,
Rev stacks.
I mean 30-30. It's true. It's a 30-30 triple stack. Triple stacks. Okay.
I don't know. Do we give him that one?
The problem is he
Rev
said
stacks.
the
Rev
problem-
stacks.
No, but 30-30 is not wrong. But he said 30-30. The problem is 30 starts with a T. But like
I mean, it is true,
Oh,
but
30-30.
holy
GG.
It's a 5-3.
Oh,
yeah,
And
GG's.
did we finish? No, GG's is just like you wanted, yeah. And
Yeah,
we have the winners. The winner is Liuq. I think that would have been based on the age right now. I see like the reactions. Me and you, Noth, will have no chance against them.
Yeah, but
I think,
no.
I think Kapreme versus Liuq would have been very fair.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, they're
Honestly.
average the same age, right? So
Yeah. So let's put the letters. We're making it out of top 5. Okay, top 5.
Okay.
Kapreme versus Liuq. We're starting with the
Alrighty.
first one, and the first letter is W.
Watson.
he's warmed up
I'm
now.
locked.
He's warmed up.
I'm
He's
locked.
locked in. He's locked in. He doesn't joke. Next letter is Z.
Zeta Division. I don't know if you allow orgs.
No orcs.
No.
See.
Should we help them?
Holy I'm gonna be annoyed if you guys. Oh,
I can't think of any.
Zero.
holy I need okay. Chat, we need to apply right now and a big what the for them. Just
It's
give
just
me what
the
Yeah.
obvious. The obvious.
holy that's oh my god, give me what the chat they deserve. So we have a next one is M.
Mastera.
Ratafe.
Mastiff.
Mastera.
Monsoon.
Mastera. Or
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say you're not gonna
Monsoon.
say your player.
Monsoon. Monsoon. Good to one. And the next letter is S.
Snapdown.
Yep.
They need to be in Pro League, right?
They need
Is
to
it?
be in Pro League.
Or?
He's not anymore. He's not anymore. One more.
Oh man.
S.
Still live.
S.
Fnatic.
Good. Good. 2-2.
There's too many. There's too many.
We are going for the
I was
tiebreaker.
thinking Skittle Cakes because he's in Pro
Sykes.
League now, right?
Sykes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come on.
Sykes as well.
Next one is the tiebreaker. That's who wins. It's
Okay.
letter R.
Raven. No, that's a coach.
Coach.
Okay. Revenant.
And Liuq swap clean swap everyone. I mean, it's rips. It's a very rips. It's a VDR. VDR. Okay, that was an interesting and amazing day. So
Yeah.
I think I took a lot of your time, all of you. Thank you very much. I don't want to be holding you longer.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you
you
for having us.
very much for having this time and accepting this invitation and being here around. It was a very fun talks. So chat, what do we see? You have there, I don't think Noth streams at all, but you just drop him a follow because he will stream sometimes. Kapreme doesn't stream as well often. Luke sometimes. I mean, holy all three of you needs to be streaming again.
Yeah, I don't. But
Oh my god.
I can stream some World of Warcraft for you.
Yeah. So they need
I don't
to
play it
stream,
anymore.
but like, thank you very much, all of you. Thank you very much. Big love for you. And yeah, I mean, we will see you next time in the next
Thank you,
podcast.
thank you for having us.
Chat, we need some W's
Bye-bye.
or some hearts for them. Thank you.
Oh.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.